Where'd you learn to edit? And did you do YouTube before this channel? So if I'm assuming you're talking about Magoo Dog and not the brand new Magoo channel. Did I do YouTube before this is an interesting question, because I've made videos and posted them on YouTube off and on my entire life, but I didn't like do YouTube ever. None of those were successful and nobody watched any of them, right? Just like many people in high school when YouTube was still new, which is, yeah. I'm 30, so we'll just put it that way. When I was in high school, someone being a YouTuber was like when it was first becoming a thing that people heard of. And I thought it was the coolest crap ever. I've been watching YouTube obsessively since middle school. And so I made and posted videos that were crap that nobody saw, like a lot of people did in high school at the time, and still do, I'm sure. Although I guess these days it's more TikTok and shorts and stuff, I guess. Or streams or whatever. And I've done that off and on. I did that all the way through college. The main thing, though, is that I have a degree in video production, and I used to work as a video editor. I both was a camp editor for a while, worked at a summer camp and would crank videos for their like daily production stuff out every day. And then I also like worked for a company for their like promotional and marketing materials, or like things that were part-time while I was in college. And then I stopped editing for a while and worked in IT. I got a master's degree, worked in IT for a while, still editing different stuff on the side. And then after got a master's degree, got a full-time job outside of IT, like sort of tangent. And I hated it and was bored all the time. And so while there, I decided to start working on, I think it was right after I transitioned into IT. I said, I want to make a video that I think should exist and doesn't. And I spent 6 months making the Fallout 4 Nuzlocke video in freaking CapCut. Don't recommend making anything in CapCut longer than 60 seconds. It is not designed for it. Crashed constantly. But I didn't have Premiere or anything at the time, and I didn't want to take the time. I was being lazy. I didn't want to take the time to learn DaVinci as well as I needed to for what I was trying to do. And CapCut's stupidly user-friendly to the point of it being a detriment, in my opinion. Made that video and posted it. It got like 5,000 views or something like that. And that was enough for me to go, okay, I have this other really ridiculous idea I want to make. And then I did the Skyrim item list, and they got like 60,000 views. And then I was hooked, and that took me 3 months to make. And then I got to kind of like the 1 month schedule from then. And that's how I kind of got into this. So like the editing skills were there. Did I know anything about like the YouTube climate of things? Nothing beyond just like somebody who's been obsessed with it for a long time. Wait, I'm only a few years younger than you. What do you freaking mean by that? Wait, hold on. I thought you were a grandpa. What do you mean? I'm not that old. You gotta stop thinking I'm ancient. What the crap? And then the mod side of things, by the way, like making mods for the games. I don't make mods. I will repeatedly assert that I am not a mod maker. Okay? I low-key thought you were 25. Thank you! That's the kind of chat message I like to read. You want to become my new favorite chatter? That's how you do it. Somebody understands. Somebody understands. There you go. Being a streamer adds 10 years. I don't feel like that makes any sense. I don't feel like that makes any sense. Like he was canonically older than he is tall. Well, that doesn't take much. I'm only 2'10". To be fair, I'm not used to being old enough that YouTubers are around my age. Wait, what? What does that mean? Like you're used to YouTubers being older? Is that what you're saying? You don't look a day over 18. Amber, that's obviously a lie, and it still worked. Thought you were closer to 23. Still obviously a lie. Still works. You don't look 2'10", stand up right now. I am standing up right now. What do you mean? Did you not know that I stand up the whole time for streams? I don't have a standing desk. I have a normal desk, but I stand at it while I stream. I thought this was common knowledge. Anyway. He's on a stool. Yeah. I'm on a little pedestal.
I'm already your least favorite chatter, so weary cat.
Who said? Hey, you weren't my least favorite chatter, but you can drop the ranks. You'll know y'all are all ranked in my head. I have a master list in there. Thank you for the super chat. It says with a chair back behind him. That's green screened in. Fun fact, y'all. I can put anything I want back here. I just choose to put a chair. Because the thing is, that's what people expect from a streamer. So I put the chair there. You can't, whenever you get up, people can't go, yay, chair stream, if there's no chair there. So I green screen in a chair. I mean, come on. Y'all, you act like you've never seen you've never seen a live stream before. What do you mean? How do you get around with your movements? I'm really good at editing. I'm really good at editing. And you beat Fallout 4 with only a booster seat. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Is yesterday's stream going to be on the VOD channel? It is not, because it will be a full YouTube video and it won't take as long as some of my other stuff does. Standing on the chair. Yeah, there you go. There you go. He's got a master's degree, remember? Yeah, that master's degree is not in editing. But yes, I do have one. I don't act like a person who has one. I act like I'm much less educated than that. But I do, in fact, have a master's degree.
Where am I ranked on the mod config? Quick save, save, load scale.
On that scale, Tenpenny Tower. That's where you are. Same spot where it is in the list. You know where it is. You know where it is. Even super chat. Masters in. I don't talk about it because it's a little bit too niche. And when you have a master's that's really niche, it's a lot easier to find where you got it. So, you know. I've never met a college grad who acts like one. Yeah, I feel like they have to have went to like a preppy school. You know what I mean? Like a fancy school to act like that. You know what I mean? I feel like if you just went to a normal university, if you went to any non-top 20 university, you just act like a person and you happen to have one. But I feel like there are some people who make having their degree their life. I feel like you have to get a doctorate for that to be the case. I feel like once people get doctorates, they're like, that's doctor? You know what I mean? Why goo? Why not? Next question. Mr. McGee, I have a question. You never curse in vids, but camera off, you say bad words? No. I don't believe there's a single thing I say off camera that I don't say on. I don't censor my speech at all when I'm streaming or anything. What I say here is how I talk. That's the thing, is that like people ask stuff about that, like, why do you choose to do this or whatever? Like, I legitimately don't. At no point do I really think about how I talk. What you see is what you get. Your social security number. Okay, so the thing is, I don't normally say that. So yeah, no, it still checks out. I don't normally go around just saying my social security number. You say, I doubt you say it on stream, but you do IRL. Do you? Do you just walk up to somebody and be like, hey, here's my social? Because I don't. And if you do, you might want to stop doing that. You're going to get yourself in trouble one of these days. He swears like a sailor. Fortunately, modern sailors are quite polite. Your real name? Do you go around saying your own name a lot? I don't. I mean, I guess if you introduce yourself to people, but fun fact, y'all, I never leave the darn house. So I don't really do that either. And these days, y'all, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be very real, okay? The last name of your first grade teacher? I don't even remember that. I'm going to be very real, okay? I shout my own name like a Pokemon. See? Then that's where we differ. I'm going to be real here, okay? My mental image of my own self is starting to get skewed, and I'm a little scared. I haven't mentioned this on stream yet before, I don't think, but if I do have to ever use my name in real life, I have to like pause for a minute because I default to saying Magoo. That's like real. That's like a real thing. I'm so not used to like behaving normally in society. I don't know, brain rotted is the right thing. It's just like an identity shift. Your name isn't Magoo, I've been betrayed. Right. It's just a bit of an identity shift. I'm the same way when I introduce myself locally and things. I have a 2-second panic and I let my name slip. Yeah, exactly. It feels wrong to say my actual name these days. It doesn't help that my wife doesn't use it. My wife, listen, I can almost guarantee you that the majority of you have said my name more than my wife has, just on the off chance you've ever met somebody with the name before. Because she just doesn't say it. She just doesn't. You prefer Magoo over your given name? I've never considered that. I don't dislike my given name. But I also don't dislike Magoo. She doesn't use it. That's hilarious. She doesn't call me Magoo either. She just uses like pet names and stuff. My wife does not like saying names very much. It's just like a thing. Does your wife call you Magoo? No. But she does if we're like hanging out with online friends or anything like that. So I've heard my wife call me Magoo more than my real name, I think, lately. At least in the last year. I would not be surprised if she said Magoo more than my real name. Just like Honey, Sweetie, etc. Yeah. Not those, none of those, but yes. Magoo isn't a bad name, to be fair. I like the name Magoo. I feel like it suits me, actually. I feel like I give Magoo vibes. I mean, it's surprising how rarely you say the name of the person you're talking to. That's so true. Like, you just really don't need to most. I mean, how many times, let's be real, we've all done it. How many times have you had a full-on conversation with somebody whose name you've forgotten, and they didn't notice that because you just didn't need to say it? Like, hey, how's it going? You don't have to say their name. The only time you have to say their name is if you're trying to get their attention when they're ignoring you. And there's ways around that. There's a gentle tap on the shoulder. There's a hey in their general direction. You know what I mean? She say, hey, you, or you're finally awake in the mornings. How'd you know? Hello, government name of my peer. Every day at work, I don't know anyone's name, and I've worked there for a year. Right. So, like, I feel like my actual name's not very important to things, and Magoo is. Magoo is, like, my identity as a creator, which is now how I pay the bills. So, like, weirdly, between the two, Magoo's just the more significant and important name these days. But yeah, it is different. I interact with you all exponentially more than anyone that isn't my wife. And I don't know what impact that has in the long term, but like yesterday, me and my wife went out. It was like International Ice Cream Day or something. People had ice cream deals, and we went out and got some ice cream. I hadn't just like done that. You know, I'm literally always working. So I was just like, wow, this was good for me. I needed to do this. Change your middle name to Magoo? My middle name's a family name. That'd feel a little rude. I see where you're coming from, but my middle name's a family name. But it's not a name I could use. It's like a family name from like a family member who's still alive. So, you know what I mean? Just add Magoo to your first name. Just one long name. Oh, shoot. I had a second middle name. Nah, I couldn't. Listen, I don't like writing out my full name ever. If I made it longer, I would just start avoiding like necessary legal documentation to avoid having to write it. I'm super lazy. I'm super lazy. Use Magoo like a title, like Mr. Now you're on to something. Now I think we're getting somewhere. Now this I could get behind. I just don't like writing. I don't either. I'm so out of practice for it. I don't like how it feels. I don't like how it feels to write. At this point, y'all, we're going to hit ad break in like 3 minutes. I'm going to wait till ads are over, and as soon as they're over, we're playing Fallout 4. Yeah, believe it or not, y'all, I did learn on pen and paper. I just didn't like it. I forget that sometimes like people are like, oh no, they don't like they haven't written much. Like, yeah, no, I was so used to writing everything, and then I got out of the habit of having to do it, and I don't want to have to again. My favorite way around not knowing names is not talking to people. It usually works. There you go. Has anybody ever used your real name and you didn't respond because you used to Magoo? No, but I have panicked. That's the main things I have panicked. Like, I've been hanging out with like my wife's family, so like my in-laws, right? They're all great. I enjoy spending time with them. They will use my name. The people who use my name most in life would be my mother and father-in-law. I'd say out of the people who have said my name the most number of times towards me in recent memory is probably them. And whenever they do, because they also have been in streams sometimes, my brain goes, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. And I'm gonna be real with y'all. My name being out is like not a big deal. It's really not a big deal. It really isn't. I don't know why it's more of just that I like being Magoo. And I don't really want to go by a different name, if that makes sense. Like, take for example, I'm gonna name some big creators that people know. Like Point Crow, his name is Eric, and people often call him Eric. That's what they usually refer to him as. Or Smalland's name is Tanner, and people will call him Tanner sometimes. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. And for me, I think it would bother me a little bit if, like, when I'm doing collaborative stuff with people, if half the time they call me Magoo and half the time they called me something else, that would throw me off, and I wouldn't know what I'm listening for. That's the main thing, is I just like being Magoo. It's like one of those things like you don't really want to open the box because then you can't put it back in as well, kind of thing. You know what I mean? Change your legal name to Magoo. Like, I don't mind going by my actual name, like in real life. I'm just saying, like, in the content sphere, it helps me separate things a little bit, that like, I am a content creator named Magoo. I'm also like a guy who just has a life that's a bit separate. I'm very much genuinely myself through all of this, and I'm generally very open with everything that I feel is not a doxing risk. But it does feel nice to have that level of separation. Like, I don't act any different or anything. I'm still the same person. But it is nice to have that level of separation, I guess. You tell me your name isn't John Magoo. It's not. It is not. Just start calling yourself Husband Goo, IRL. Ah, yes. To be fair, they're also among friends. That's true. But like, the thing is, if I have internet friends, I still want to be Magoo to the internet friends. I just like my internet self and my non-internet self being different, I guess. What do they call Doug though? They just call him Doug. You could just ask people to call you Magoo. I don't want that. I don't want that. You know, I just like being Magoo online. You know what I'm saying? I just like being Magoo online. I think that's pretty normal and simple. I like there being a bit. It helps my brain structure a separation. It's like, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't necessarily think of content creation as like a job, but it is, technically speaking, my job. And it does kind of help me separate between like I'm working and I'm being, you know what I mean? It kind of helps that a little bit. So like, for example, I went to TwitchCon this last year, and when I was at TwitchCon, if I met anybody, I introduced myself as Magoo. I said, hi, my name's Magoo. You know what I mean? That's it. My name's Magoo. Like, it's simple as that. And while I was there, I was networking and stuff. So I was Magoo there. And then I could come home and go back to being not Magoo. And it just helped my brain. Is your name Mag? No. No. So it reminds me of the weird parasocial thing where after bringing up your religion, there's been trolls popping up about it. No, those... I've mentioned being religious before. And if you're talking about people that come in and like do like a copy-paste Jesus message, that just happens everywhere online. I don't think it has anything to do with me talking about the fact that I have a religious studies degree. I think that has everything to do with the fact that that's just something that some people do online, and I don't know why. This is the plot of Avatar. Magoo also has a kind of a distinct sound. It can't possibly be confused for someone else. That is also true. That is helpful. Online, nobody knows you're a dog. Having a separate identity is way safer online these days. And I'm not even really as interested in that, but it is, I mean, it's convenient. You know what I mean? Like with service dogs, we take the collar off. They're just normal dogs. What are we? Oh, man. Learning the name behind the handle might take away some of the magic. That's possible. I will tell you that like the handle, it's not like I don't know what anybody else's deal is, but it's not like somebody who made the name because it sounds like their name. You know what I'm saying? If you legally change your name to Magoo, it'd be much easier to dox. That is true. That'd be very easy to find, I feel like. Does your name start with an M? If so, I think I know it, but won't say it. I'm obviously not going to answer that question. Don't do what you're doing. This has been an entire conversation about how I like just being Magoo. Don't try to crack a code. Don't do that. Just in general, on the internet, if somebody has a name that they go by, and that's what they go by, don't try to crack the code to find some other thing. Don't do that. Just a general tip. As speaking as a creator who's relatively chill about it, You won't find anyone who's pumped that you did it. Where'd Magoo come from? It's just a childhood nickname. I mean, the ones who go, oh, you don't swear, religious angle showing. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. Yeah, it's people do get weird about stuff. As soon as there, you do have to kind of be careful. It's weird. I don't like saying it like this because I don't like how this sounds. But you do kind of have to manage how much information you put out because it does change how people view you and how they interact with you. And you don't get to pick how that change manifests. You know what I mean? You don't get to change how that manifests. So if creator has information they want to keep discreet, let's play 20 questions with it. Right. Like it's that kind of thing where it's like, and I get the joy of it. Don't get me wrong. I get the joy of it. When there's somebody I've really liked online, it's fun to learn more things about them. But also at the same time, you can't unlearn it. You know what I mean? And sometimes there's information that like doesn't actually, there's something right now, if you're watching this, there's something about you that I could learn about you that would very much paint an inaccurate picture of you. There's something I can learn about you that would paint an inaccurate picture of you. And that's where like being careful about what information you share is kind of important. It's not because I want you all to have an inaccurate picture of me. It's because I want you to have an accurate picture of me. And there's some things without the context, as is never present, that paints an inaccurate picture. You know what I mean? I have IRL friends that call me by my current and past gamer tags. I, believe it or not, I've used this gamer tag forever. I had friends in high school that I met through other friends, but I met them online and they just called me Magoo. There have been people in my life that called me Magoo. Just depends on, but again, they were my gaming friends. My gaming friends have always called me Magoo. It's just, that's what I'm used to. You know what I mean? I legit thought you were first name Magoo. I'm cool with that. I'm happy if people think that. Parasocial info gathering isn't a productive activity for online communities. Yeah, typically the people who are most passionate about it are the ones who are going to use it poorly. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty simple atom symbol cat, nothing else to learn.
There you go. Thank you for the super chat. We all choose to show things to people. There's a lot that we don't show. Exactly. And I don't think there's anything wrong with people wanting to curate that themselves. You know what I'm saying? Username forever and we'll respond IRL to limo. Yeah, exactly. It's like sometimes you just pick a name. Sometimes you just pick a name. And the thing that I'll be honest, I'll give this little bit for anybody who's like wondering about the things and it's really bugging you. I'll say this much. Magoo is this is stuff I've shared before. This is all scraps of things I've shared before put together. And this is how I'm going to end this conversation. My mom died when I was 13. If you just came back from ads, that's a wild thing to come back to. I'm explaining Magoo real quick for anybody who's missed it. And then we're getting into the game because people are asking me stuff. My mom died when I was 13 and she called me Magoo. That was her name for me. That was what she called me. And at the time, I'd never had a nickname before. That was the only nickname that I had was Magoo. And it was what my mom called me. And what my grandma called me, my mom's mom, because my mom called me that. And so when I was making a gamer tag, I couldn't think of what to make it about. I was like, well, my mom calls me Magoo. That's cool. And that's weird. I was like 11 at the time. I was like, Magoo. Magoo was taken. Magoo dog. Magoo was not taken. And that's what it's always been. But these days, it's cool. It helps me feel connected to someone that I lost over half my life ago. And it feels cool. There's a part of me that feels like, you know, this special little silly thing that my mom called me is now a part of who I am and what I'm doing. So to me, the name carries meaning, even if it's goofy. You know what I'm saying? Wild that Magoo was already taken. Those days it kind of is, if we're being honest. Like, there weren't as many gamer tags on Xbox Live then. You know what I mean? There's really not. Sometimes think about how my grandparents got me gaming sometimes, and my grandma would print out cheats for me, including for Dark Cloud. So I also feel connected through that. Hold up a sec. Yo, hold on. I'll give you one more weirdly personal thing, and then we're playing the video game. Give me 2 seconds. All right, it was more than 2 seconds. I couldn't find it because I don't need it much these days. I'm gonna show you something funny. It's just very much off of what Ad Noctum said a second ago. So this is the official Dark Cloud strategy guide that I have had. I guess my dad bought it when we got Dark Cloud in, I don't know, the early 2000s. And you can see it's like taped up. It's been, I've used, this is like my most used item in life, probably. I have the Dark Cloud 2 and behind the green screen. Inside it are pages of things, because used to just pulling up, you could just pull up the internet. This is pull up the internet on your phone days. Pages and packets of cheat codes and forum guides and pages and stuff that were printed out on the family computer by my dad that we would use when playing the game, sitting around the living room together. And on one side of it is custom notes that I made on things that I thought the strategy guide was lacking. I was like, what? Why don't they have a page for this? I'm going to start making my own. And so I have notes that I added to the strategy guide. And you can like look in here. Hold on. Where's my favorite one? Here's my favorite. A piece of copy paper printed off and taped in because they left they left a piece off of they left a sword off the weapon guide. And so it was printed off and taped in. This is hugely embarrassing, but also I'm not ashamed of it. You just mentioned that, and that was like, it's like such a core memory. I had to go get it. Oh man. There you go. I'm old, and I keep it, you know, and I keep it. The Goo origin story for content creation. So there you go. So much lore in that book there is, and none of it's for the game. Oh man, it's poorly translated. The game itself has typos in it, for the record. I love it, but it was the localization, the NA version didn't do a very good job, and so I had to fix things. Anyway, let's play Fallout. I rambled for an hour today. That's just what we did back then. It is. When I played through Pokemon Platinum, I wrote down every level Pokemon evolved and when they learned moves. Yeah. I don't know if I have the Platinum guide. I had the Emerald guide. Was the last thing? No, the last thing I did was Bob Bell. Right. We got to find Wagyu before I switch y'all over. Right! We crashed in the Institute after meeting all the freaking division leaders. Y'all know we were playing Fallout today? You telling me this isn't a just chatting stream? No, I probably should have changed the category on Twitch. I sat there for so freaking long. The Fallout 4 and Skyrim game guide. See, I don't have any of those because at that point I was Googling everything and reading wikis like a loser. Thank you for the Prime, by the way. I appreciate it. Anyway, thank y'all for going on that journey with me. And if you didn't care about any of that, and you've been popping back in every half hour because of the messages on screen, good news. I'll play the video game now. I am gonna play the video game now. I promise. We're doing it. It's happening. Ah, yes. I knew that was I thought I turned everything back on. I left you guys off. There you go. Were y'all uncomfy, stuck in the void during the last stream? Was that uncomfortable for you all? Ah, yes. I don't have a HUD turned on because I needed to get screenshots for. I don't remember what for. I needed screenshots for some video, for a screenshot, and for a thumbnail. I have to come get screenshots for thumbnails, and I always have to turn the HUD off. I'm just glad you get the option that the game lets you do it, honestly. We're leaving this because we're going to meet all the division leaders, and then we're going to come back for it. Cool. But first, we got to go talk to freaking Liam Benet. Right.
Is it true your new supplements? Glad you made it. Has been discontinued. That is correct. That was my favorite one.
I do miss when games had like intentionally placed cheat codes, right? Like where either there was a place to enter them or like you go to the pause screen and do a series of buttons and stuff. I think that was cool, and I think we should do that more in games these days. Like little Easter eggs and stuff. They're like, that you know aren't a part of the game, so you don't have to like balance them or whatever. But just give me weird crap, you know? It's fun. It's fun. Let us have fun.
Do that. Sure. Who are you? I'm Liam.
Who are you?
A friend in
Tinker Tom. He must have had some cereal. Your message was only one word.
Also, why does every intense track come on as soon as I start doing something very chill?
The railroad sent me to look for someone they called Pig.
What? The railroad? And they gave me a code name too? I kept sending synths to the surface. I hoped the...
You saved a lot of synths.
So much to take in.
I love also that it makes no sense, but his story was like, I just kind of wanted to see what would happen.
Probably best to talk about something else right now. You know my father thinks it's a living hell on the surface, but that can't be right.
Ah, darn it.
You look positively normal to me. No offense.
We're in weird animation mode. My frame rate
Sure,
I have to
if
fix,
ever
but I
been
have to
so
close the game to do
natural,
that.
decent
So
place to live, but that
I have to.
doesn't
I'm
mean we
not
should
talking to him
be
again. I'm gonna run and save the game real quick. I gotta fix my frame rate.
Commissary is always open. Would you
I was having some issues with one of my monitors the other day and having to change frame rate and stuff because it was like the refresh rate wasn't wanting to update properly and it was getting locked at 30 hertz, which was like not pleasant to play a video game at. So I had to change my display refresh rate a ton, and it ended up not on the one that Fallout plays nice with. Because for some reason, Fallout doesn't play nice with every refresh rate that's commonly used. So right now I'm at 144 hertz. If I switch to 60, the frame rate will work again. But if I'm not on 60, it won't. Do I have to close and reopen the game? Oh, yes, I do, because that put it to 30. That was what I thought was going to happen. Did Liam say Waku looks normal to him? Does he have eyes? You're right. If this is fixed now. We are still on the railroad path, yes. I believe it is the only one that's actually functional. Actually, I think with this rule set, Railroad and Minutemen are the only two functional ones. And Minutemen would be annoying, and I've done it a lot lately, so. Thank you. I have a challenge road idea for you. Fallout 4 would do the Brotherhood ending. I did that. It was called the Mouseless Challenge.
Good. He's here. C-114. It's me.
Sir.
It's okay.
Because
We're
the
gonna
members
skip
of the
through
railroad
this.
I thought only Mr.
Whoopsies.
That's what the railroad does. Never
Get to
right
the-
now. The one that'll take. I would. Yeah.
We already did all of this. I just have no choice but to do it again because video
Liam.
game.
Just a few high security doors, right? You're willing to.
I won't help you.
If you want a free synth.
Wait, what? No, I
Ready?
mashed the wrong button. I won't help
Of
you.
course I'll help you.
Of course I'll help you. I won't help you. Of course I'll help you.
That's great. Ask your friend.
I will not. Except now, of course I will. Why would you think otherwise? That's always been my vibe. Ultimate Magoo Challenge, say 10 nice things about the Brotherhood in Fallout 4. I literally just did that. I literally just did that like 3 streams ago when we were playing Fallout 3.
When are you going
Maybe not even 3. Maybe it was like 2 streams ago. I gassed up the writing on the Brotherhood so well. I did. I genuinely did.
She's been at it for over 2
That was like one of my main points.
Excuse me, doctor?
Ah, it's you.
Ah, Wagyu, what a jokester.
Here then. Yes, yes. I know.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get in your way.
Thank you. Oh, you're
Shut up, Dr. Lee. I didn't like you then, I don't like you now.
if nothing. Now.
I'm good for now. Thanks.
All right.
Hey, Dr. Lee. Remember what I did to Garza? I'm back to do it to you now.
You know the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
operating?
Yeah, that was that stream where he said New Vegas is awful and definitely didn't give a nuanced take. Right, it was the last time we did this because I blamed the crash on it.
Been a real inspiration for me.
Because the nuance caused my game to crash. And so I'll never do it again.
Please don't. There's enough friction as it is.
I think the Brotherhood 3 are more tolerable because they're contrasted by the purity scientists are a bunch of a-holes. Yeah, it's true. That's so true. Why do they all suck so bad? Oh, yes, we are the group of people trying to help save the world from their horrible water situation. We also all suck butt. Why?
I'm good for now. Thanks.
Very well.
I don't want to talk to you, dude. Leave me be. Oh, wait. Don't y'all have, like, Yep. Med kits in both of these rooms. Yep. At least I remembered. All the fusion cells. Still all that crap. Impact. Cool, cool, cool. This game crashes after I do this. I will not be very cool about it. How do you stay interested in the challenge after playing through so many times and then limiting your options on top of that? I had to move to Frost and Horizon to stay interested. The challenge is what keeps me interested. That's the thing. I'm doing something I haven't done before. Every time. And that's also why I like doing stuff that other people haven't done before. I go into it not knowing the answer, and the fun part for me is finding it. Sure, I have my idea of how it's going to go.
Kidding. You really are here.
Yeah, they weren't kidding. It's really me. I'm here. Wagyu.
Son of a bitch.
Kellogg, no, as you
It's fun for me.
There's a lot of the work yourself.
So it's always been this way?
And consider having if there's anything.
I don't know what you mean by that, but yes.
Then.
That is just me in a nutshell. I have always been this way. I don't change much. Challenge runs make the problem-solving brain go burr. Yeah, I guess that's a way I could have worded that if I were not me. I remember which paths are viable or not. Trial and error. You run into a brick wall and you try to find another. You eat. The thing is, with these runs, you hit. There's two different types of brick walls, right? There's ones with cracks in them. Those you smash your head into until they break. And then there's ones with no cracks. Then you try to. You spend as long as you think is makes sense trying to find a crack, and if you can't, well, you go around. You know, you try another wall. I need to stop picking up all this crap. What has the weight? What has the weight? Oh, it was you. What else am I carrying? Oh, it's just ammo. Do I have like missiles or some garbage? Oh, it's just my 80. Oh, I'm usually wearing the right. I'm not wearing my power armor. I was like, what's going on? I was not that close to carry weight. I'm not wearing my darn power armor. There we go. Problem solved. Always keep some grilled rad stag on hand, y'all. It's just convenient. That's the end. There's always cracks. Yeah, but not all of them are serviceable depending on... Don't forget, the walls are reinforced with my own crap. Right? Like, I reinforced the walls before trying to get through them. That's how this all works. Yeah, the game itself is putty. You know what I mean? But, like, if you reinforce it, give it something solid there, and then try and find a way through, and you can have fun with it.
Institute firsthand. What do you think?
I'll see my share of them.
Oh, I assure you. Ultimately, unfortunately, as remarked, the superior...
When will you eggheads learn? Can we not use the word egghead? It just feels so, like, not something this character, like, I don't know. I love the goofy dialogue, but some of the word egghead takes me out of it more than anything.
If there's there is no need for such. As you will see, a rogue. His memories have been under his... I've just...
Sure, we'll just find a way through the homicidal maniacs.
Easy. Now you should...
You're sure with a Corsair at my side, it'll be easy. From what I understand, you've been watching me, right? So you did see me just bounce on the Corsair until he died? And you think that's going to get me through Libertalia? Wow. You are disappointing. You are disappointing.
Spare polarizer on you, would you?
You all think that you're doing something special here, and you're not very good at it. Oh, man. I really, really wish this game had a setting you could toggle that would load your fusion cores in order of most used to least used. Or that it just did that by default. Rather than it starting with the freshest core and letting me in with an inventory full of half-used cores. When they added survival mode, did they not think that that might be a problem when you make all the cores weigh 3 pounds each? Did they not think that that might cause people some headaches? Like, what the crap? Like, what on earth? This is a better Corsair. He has sunglasses. To be fair, I guess they did make this one, like, indestructible. There is that. Now, I have something I've kind of always wondered. I always go meet up with X688 and do all that kind of crap. If I just go straight up there and freaking, what's his name? Bounce on Gabriel. Like, what happened? Hear me out, make cores weight decrease as they're used. I'd be down for that. That would at least that would fix the problem at least. It would still be in inventory, like visually would be really annoying, but that'd be fine. Would that be moddable? I mean, I'm sure that it is. Yes, but I don't do that kind of thing in my own playthroughs. Leave me be, Mirelurk. I have places to be. Thank you for understanding. These freaking raiders. I'm so sick of these freaking raiders. How do they keep respawning? Or do I just die every time I fight them? I think I die every time I fight them. Yeah, the thing is, the weight changing thing doesn't have to track scientifically. It just has to track. The thing is, at the end of the day, you're making a video game, not a sci-fi novel. You know what I mean? We're not worried about everything working, like, perfectly. We're just worried about it, like, at least for me. Y'all, I'm gonna throw out there. I'm gonna be very clear about the way I feel about something real quick, alright? When it comes to video games, my priority is, and will always be, the game being fun over any level of perceived realism. Or, like, lore stuff, or whatever. If something, like, if something would be more fun if the lore were different, then change the lore to make the more fun thing more fun. Oh my gosh, it's doing... Ugh! Frick! Had to reset my darn... Ugh! I'm dropping an exit save. I don't want to depend on an exit save, but I'm depending on an exit save here because it's gonna freaking break. What has happened with my frame rate? It has to be not 60 for the power, for the jetpack to work. But it can't be the 80 or whatever it was running. I had it capped. What happened? What happened, Todd? Fallout 3? No. Fallout 4. Where did my frame rate cap go? No wonder! Max frame rate. Use global setting off. Who changed that? Please set it to 65. For some reason, that seemed to be the sweet spot. Apply that. Okay, and then I go back over to my refresh rate, bump that back up to 144. For some reason, that helps here. Bump it to 144. I go in the game. The frame rate cap did not take. Quit to desktop. Darn you, Fallout. Plays on the not fun setting, survival. Survival is fun. The game doing the dumb is not. I feel like this is very, very obvious and straightforward. The thing is, again, they don't have to get lighter as they go. If you just get rid of the crappy ones first, I don't care. I don't care. Just get rid of the ones that are, just use the half-empty ones first. Stop putting full ones in. Why does it auto-reload to full ones? One or the other, it doesn't matter. If they don't, I'm fine if they don't get lighter. There we go. Our jetpack is now functional. Thank you, Todd, for letting me play the game. I'll be honest, I'm an immersion lore player, but media lore world building is a special interest. A bad game is rarely saved by a good story or world. Yeah. Yeah. That's my thing. It's like, just make the game good first. Build the world around it. And then if you make a follow-up, figure out how to reconcile that, you know? Waku's one of those guys with a desk covered in half-drunk cans of soda. I can't say anything, because well, not cans of soda I'll always finish, because I like the taste. But the reason, when I was a kid, my family used the store-bought bottles of water instead of like a reusable filter or whatever. I don't really know why. That wasn't my decision. But my wife makes fun of me for this because I've told her about it. I was the type that for some reason, because the water didn't taste good to me. As it doesn't taste like anything. If I wasn't thirsty enough to finish a bottle of water, I would just like leave it wherever it was, and then the next time I was thirsty, because that one wasn't cold anymore, I would go get one out of the fridge. And so I would end up with half-drink bottles of water everywhere, and my sister would get so freaking mad at me. And like, it was like an actual, it's funny now, but at the time it was like an actual point of contention. Like it caused us to like be very like not happy with one another. Because I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I was like, whatever, I'll clean them up in a minute. Like, whenever there's too many, I always clean them up. But like, too many in my eyes and too many in her eyes were two different things. And it was actually, it actually caused a lot of problems. So I can't say anything. But I don't do that anymore because I use this. And if I refill that before it's empty, not a big deal. As long as every so often I drain it and wash it, we're all good. Did I check this and it was lame? Yeah. As an Australian, the idea of not just drinking tap water is wild to me. Tap water has a not pleasant taste where I live. See, somebody is out there running around after power armor uses, picking up spent fusion cores. I mean, yeah, they're probably making a killing. Absolutely loving the Mario 64 playthrough. That is what I was going for. I'm trying to think of what beds are near Libertalia. In the States, the taste of your tap water varies by region, sometimes by county. Yeah. Dramatically.
Don't forget Boston Blaster. He's pulled this out before.
Dramatically.
What a
I've only ever lived places with really hard water, and it bugs me. It's not like you're gonna like die if you drink it or anything. It just is not pleasant to drink. It somehow feels less hydrating than filtered. I don't know what's up with that. Maybe I can beat Fallout 4 with only nuclear physicists. I'm pretty sure Mitten Squad did that, right? I always stay away from runs that other people have done, but I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I particularly stay away from runs that Mitten Squad did. Because that means you either have to say, like, this is a run that I'm doing because Mitten Squad did it, or you have to say, you have to not mention that, and then everybody will act like you're, you know, whatever. So the only reason that I did the Mysterious Stranger one is because he specifically did not do that run, and that was the only reason I felt okay doing it. Community is just a little sensitive when it comes to certain... I think there might be a Mirelurk in there. That's cool. That's a legitimate benefit from the targeting HUD. To be fair, it literally is less water per water. Because more earthy stuff. Yeah, more minerals and stuff like that in it. And not like necessarily ones that you want either. Alright. Oh, just so happens that this is where he is. I was just going to come from this way anyway, but he happens to be over here.
I'm ready to move in, sir.
You must be the courser I'm supposed to meet.
Yes, sir. Designation X. I've already neutralized.
All right.
Right behind you.
Cool, I met the courser. Look at me go. Bro, you didn't take those stim packs? What is wrong with you? You still get benefit from stim packs. I know, because that other courser was annoying and kept stimming. And it took me like, I don't know, 14 extra seconds to kill him. And I was on my pace to do under 2 minutes. Glad that didn't hit me. Alright. Attempt number 1. You know what I forgot to do? Go save the game. Sure, it'll be fine. Nothing here that could blow me up from a great distance or anything. Let's just, for no reason in particular, navigate around the back side of the boat. Okay. This is already going better than expected. Here goes something. My music's not on shuffle. That's what's going on. How did it get... It says it is. Whatever. Should have tabbed out. It was risking a crash. You can land on these wires, I think. Yeah. Had to do that before. Alright, let's see if we can take out the one with the fat man. Oh, that answers that. He's just not up here yet.
What the?
Play games, huh? Find him and kill him!
Need to get our AP back without getting shot with a mini nuke. If we just keep doing surprise landings, I think we'll be okay here.
Who's out there?
How'd you get up here? How'd you get up here? I mean, is that a valid tactic here? Just wait for him to pop out?
Is that it?
You're gonna miss, you're gonna miss, you're gonna miss, you're gonna miss, you're gonna miss. Or you're just gonna die? Nope, 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 nope.
This won't take long.
Gonna hang out over here. Ha! Ha! He whiffed! Ha ha ha! He's not very good at shooting upwards. I guess he doesn't normally have to do that, huh? So far, so good. Gotta be low on health, right? Yes! That was the one with the fat man, right? That was him? Where'd he go? Where'd he freaking go? It was a survivalist that I just killed, right? Yeah, it was that one. Don't even think about picking that up. Back up. Back up. No, thank you. No fat man for you. Bye-bye. Please leave. This boat is now property of the Institute, I guess. But secretly the railroad. Ha 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 ha! I'm undercover. I will scream it from the rooftops. No one will ever expect that I'm undercover. I'm Wagyu. Okay. I don't really care about that, but I can sell it, I guess. Okay, that could have went worse. I mean, actually, could have went much worse. Oh wait, no, there's still another one. Oh, it's a psycho though. He'll die in one shot if I can find him. I mean, I can't damage him in here, but I could bait him outside.
The spirit act, huh?
Oh, what's up, dude? Hello! What? How dare you ignore me when I say hello so politely? Okay, well, this place is a mess to, like, visually navigate, but it wasn't that bad. Is there anything better than that mattress? There's, like, an actual bed up here, isn't there? Right here? Yep. Easy peasy. Let's be on the safe side. I don't think X688 will just take that, but I don't know that he won't. Wagyu is the subtlest operative in the entire Commonwealth. So proclaims Wagyu. You gotta let him know. You gotta let him know. All right. So apparently Gabriel just doesn't spawn in up there unless you go the intended path. I didn't know that. I've never been able to fly up there before, so. Now remember, there was no one on the top of the boat. That we know.
Hold up a moment, sir.
There was no one there.
Something important I need to tell you.
That there's a creepy woman over your shoulder? I know, dude. I can tell. No, we're a little busy.
I know, but it'll just take a second, and it's something you need to know.
I can see her, dude. I can see her. You can just
If
move.
he hears the code phrase, it'll reset. You'll need to say, once he's shut down.
Uh-huh. Jesus, what a mouthful.
Then talk fast, sir.
Talk fast, sir. To be fair, that is a really good response to that. That's a good clap back there. What a mouthful. Then talk fast, sir. That's a you know what? No notes to that one. I don't care for X688, but that's a valid response to somebody saying that. Oh, here's this reset code that'll make it to where you won't even have to fight him. And they come back with, that's a mouthful. Like, I just gave you a free cheat code, an actual cheat code at real combat with another, like, being that is shooting you. And you're complaining it takes too long to say?
Well done. By your gear, I'm gonna guess you two are agents just like me.
What about my gear implies Institute? Huh? Sorry, it was too much of a mouthful. I couldn't remember it all. I just decided to start jumping. I figured you'd take care of the particulars. Wait, is he attacking me? X688's attacking me. Will this maybe become enemies of the Institute? Or will he just go down like a normal follower? How screwed am I? I'd say we're cool. Mission accomplished, I think? And if y'all got a problem with that, I don't really know what you were expecting. But that's exactly how that was always supposed to go. Did I Oh. No, that was already there. Did I blast this guy out the window? Legitimate question. Did I blast him out the window? I think I might have blasted him out the window. There were two guys. Only one of them got warped out. Oh. No, this is the guy I killed earlier. Did I blast the guy out a window? I need to know. I'm going to ask you all a question. Anybody who's ever freaking used hack in this game, or if you haven't, what do you think the odds are that whatever's in this safe is worth a master lock terminal? It's worth, what is that, 3 perk points into hacking? I guarantee you it freaking isn't. I guarantee you it freaking is not worth it. We know there's a guy here. There's an assault rifle left behind. There's 8 bobbleheads in there. Oh, my bad. I must have forgotten. Yeah, hacking and lockpick are just never... Because they just put random loot in there. They should put a higher tier of loot behind higher tier locks. And they just freaking don't. Like, ever. And the thing is, when I first played Fallout 4, I took both hack and lockpick because I was coming from a Fallout 3 brain where it actually felt worth having. In Fallout 4, it just does not. But also, it was a skill, so you didn't have to use your very limited perk points. You know what I mean? It felt worth having. We gotta level up. Let's make sure we can save the game before I use it. And we're in. Oh, we're level 50. Well, 7 gold and a burned book. Okay, so what were we working on? We were working on... I needed a certain perk, and I don't remember what it was or what it was for. I was working on agility, right? Or I needed stealth. I needed pickpocket. I needed pickpocket. Right, because we can't fight things in power armor. Pickpocket it is. I did forget what this run had devolved to, which is really bad. It's real bad what the run has devolved to. I did forget about that. Oh, yeah, it's gonna suck. I totally forgot that it is... I forgot we were in suck territory. Don't get me wrong. When I was Waffle Gunner grinding, I was like, yeah, we're rapidly approaching suck territory, but I don't know that we're fully there yet. I forgot we fully hit suck territory. It's been a week, y'all. I kind of forgot about that. Would you ever do something with Morrowind? It's such a goldmine for challenge runs. Probably not. Mostly because I tend to thrive in games that I know well, and I don't know a darn thing about it. Which kind of... I feel like part of the magic of what I do comes from a guy who knows way too much about a thing. And when the guy doesn't know that much about that thing, it doesn't work as well. If they did level loot, and then maybe some random legendary with a bad effect item combination. If they put legendary drops in locked containers, I take lockpick every freaking time. The thing is just the thrill of getting a new legendary drop. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's a gambler in me, but like, that's worth it. That is worth it. It's across the whole freaking thing, isn't it? I forgot I ran around. All right, y'all. Well, we don't have Pain Train, but we're still choo-chooing our way across, I guess. I ain't going back down the stairs. Choo-choo! Here we go. You fear it's partially a guy willing to research an ungodly amount for a thing. See, the thing I think y'all are misestimating is that I'm doing a lot of research before these runs. I'm like, the research I do is like, huh, how does this thing work? Got it. Is that theoretically possible with what I already know about the game?
I'm
Yes.
glad to see
I'm
you
in.
returned safely. I know the task was
The reason we had to pivot what ending we were doing because I didn't look ahead. I didn't do the research. I just rely on like the blindfolded run. I just relied on game knowledge. I don't really do the look ahead thing. That's why I think is part of the appeal is that this is just crap I know already, not stuff that I go find out. Researching your own brain counts. But my point is I can't do that with Morrowind because I literally don't know a darn thing about the game.
The Institute created.
I disagree. A synth is no more inherently evil than a handgun.
But like, to be fair, if there were no handguns in the Commonwealth and y'all started making them and pumping them out, I would still kind of blame you.
Pulled the trigger. Yes,
Don't get me wrong, the person would like there would be split responsibility.
The railroad's agents turned.
But you kind of are responsible for this.
Task is done.
You can't say, nah, we didn't have anything to do with that. Really?
I couldn't have hoped. While you will, you'll find. Go and have a look.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, it's no worse than a handgun. It's like, yeah, but you can use that to kill people, a lot of people too. If you were the main person behind that. Like, am I saying that everybody who's ever made one is inherently evil? No, but I'm saying like we could have not invented those, and I don't think that would have been a bad thing. Synths don't kill people. The guns we give the synths kill people, and whoever made those should be ashamed. The synths are fine. It's the guns that somebody else made and gave to our synths that are a problem. Okay, Sean, but why'd you make the synth? Oh yeah, to covertly replace members of the populace? Yeah, maybe you're the bad guy here. You're still hostile. Does this get solved if I just bounce on him more? Is that how this works? Like, I really only have one skill in life, and it's bouncing, you know? Maybe I'll just keep doing it. I'm already bored. Okay, then, dude, leave me alone. Nobody's making you do this. Well, that's not correct. Can he come down here, please? You can't just bounce on all your problems. Freaking watch me. I think you're misunderstanding what kind of channel this is. Charging one up. By that I mean wasting fusion cores. Oh, has he made it down here? Oh, no, a little bit farther. Come on, dude. If you're unconscious, you can't stop me from talking to whoever I need to talk to. Or doing whatever I need to. What do I even need to do? What is my thing right now? Visit your quarters. Oh, is he the person I'm going to have to talk to? Is he coming? He's supposed to come and tell me something? Because if so, then yeah, I'm probably going to have to wait until he's not hostile anymore. Wait, this is tall enough. No, dude, don't cower away now. We're just starting to have fun.
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum.
X6, I'm here. Sit down, dude. Let me go explore my quarters. Jeez, man. You have, like, no tact at all. Also, I think if you... I might be able to do that. My fists up, put my fists down. Throw my hands up like I just don't care. Spin them all around. I don't freaking know what I'm saying or doing, okay? All I know is I'm supposed to be exploring my quarters. I did it. Completed. Synth retention. Ta-da! I probably could have just run past him in here, but, you know. When in doubt, bounce on them problems. Speak to father. Oh, good. I get to go back over there again. I think X6 is upset. I think he can freaking get over it or I'll bounce on him again. I'm just going to high school bully this problem until it goes away. That's another courser. And he knows not to mess with me.
Sean,
What up?
Hello, Father.
That's what they call
Tell
you.
me, what would you do when someone has...
Does Jetpack use up Fusion Core like sprinting and bats? Yeah, that's why I farmed up 50 of them before I started the run.
I try and talk it out.
An admirable goal. The group, they no doubt mean you've been in contact.
They mean well.
You dealt with it. Usually they are a mine. I'm afraid we have learned.
I'm not sure why you'd bother.
Aside from taking...
Sure.
But it's... We also...
Seriously, this is a waste of time.
Is it just
Of course, sir.
really?
Okay, so we got the Bunker Hill thing started. We're gonna go talk to the railroad first, obviously. What else did I need to do?
It must make
We can't, I mean, we can technically fight the Brotherhood soldiers now. So I guess there's that. It's gonna be a problem, but we technically can. Paint your armor. My armor is painted. I need everyone to understand. My armor is painted, and it's going to stay painted. How it is painted. You don't like the colors? Sorry. But it is painted armor. Flame Todd. Flame Todd! I need the modifications. Find the gorillas, assert dominance. What paint are you using and why? Titanium, because it makes it break less often, and when it breaks, I can't deal damage. Okay. We gotta go talk to the railroad. Should we go repair stuff? I think we're fine. Maybe we hit Diamond City real quick, actually. It's painted the color of unpainted metal. I don't know what to tell you. And people think of as CC paints. Well, I don't use Creation Club stuff. Material mods and paint mods should have been different categories. Yeah, they put it under material. Paint's a material. Titanium's a material. Is it a paint? I don't really know for sure. Oh yes, my favorite paint, titanium. Right. Listen, I didn't make the game, okay? It is a paint color in this game. It is. What do you want? Titanium white is a real thing. Yeah, but that's... Listen, I'm using what the game give. I don't know what you want me to do about that. I don't know what y'all are expected from me here. Take it up with Todd.
That was some.
I haven't seen people on the forums slamming Bethesda for this one, so I don't know. Why don't you just simply mod the game to chat's every will? Seems simple enough. Yeah, believe it or not, it's not quite as simple as you might have thought. Ta-da! How you get the jetpack? You make it. Gotta be level 41.
This better be an emergency.
If he wasn't so far into the playthrough, I'd learn how to mod the armor. That's a good way to avoid having to... That is a fantastic way to say, ah, yes, this problem everyone's having, I would fix it. But I have a reason I can't. Yeah, so I have prism shielding in the paint area on my torso, and I have a titanium plating in the material spot of everything else, because the titanium plating increases armor health, and it's breaking constantly, and when it breaks, I cannot deal damage. Or at least I deal much, much less damage. And if my torso breaks, I can't jetpack. My torso, though, I do have the prism shielding on because I also am at a bit of a lack of energy resistance, and we're fighting a lot of laser weapons. But yes, this is how it works. What am I missing for this freaking steel again? Oh, it's inside. You have a mechanic friend? No, I don't. Huh? It was an interesting way to get in. It's the only way to get in. What do you mean? Let's just go sell all of the ammo. That's what my problem is right now. Is I'm packing way too much ammo around. Just get Tess's fist. How does that help power armor landings?
Radiation poisoning is a
Oh, you were saying, sorry.
but we can cure
That's what you meant by mechanic friend, is the person who was like just modding nothing when I walked up. That is, yeah. Okay, now I understand that. I understand that at least. Dude, I would like all of it. I'd like all of your stim packs, please. Mostly just because I need you to be able to afford as much of this ammo as possible that I want to get rid of. And you're kind of poor. Beautiful. Can you afford this? Yeah, you can. You afford these two? Ooh, fantastic. You cannot afford that. It's purified water, right? That's what I'm toting around too much of. Now I only have 47. You have 163 stim packs. Let me just real quick buy some jet.
Gem's right here for you, brother.
I'll take a look, sure.
Self-serve.
Only 3, not great. That's fine though. Oh, I did pick up the applicator stuff. Why didn't it let me store all junk? It acted like I didn't have any junk, but I definitely do. Aid. I think I'm gonna ditch everything that's not like streamlined because I'm tired of packing it around. Yeah, it only weighs 0.1. Can't be counting for that much. I have 10 Deathclaw steaks. I guess I should start eating those, huh? I'm getting rid of the dirty waters. I was gonna make noodle cups, but I've decided I'm not cooking noodle cups. 15 hub flowers. Oh no! Good thing those aren't useful for anything. Glad that I didn't ever need those. Hold on, what other drugs do you have? Med-X, I'm sitting at 8. How am I doing on Psycho? Well, Psycho doesn't really help me. None of those really help me much. I mean, I guess Buff Out's kind of helpful, but I'm not going to use it. Let's be real. This is me we're talking about. I do have all the Nuka stuff. Let me... Oh, that's probably a chunk of it. Great Mentats. I don't know what you're talking about. Those aren't real. Your favorite Fallout 4 main quest mission? Done them all so many times, it's kind of hard to say. You want to see me make everybody mad? I want you to know, I want everyone to know right now, I'm actually not putting any thought into that question. Just because my brain is not in the right spot to do that. I just sold all my dirty water. So, I'm going to go with the Assault on Fort Strong. I think that one's really fun. You take out a super mutant behemoth from a vertibird. That's really cool. That's really cool. I wish I got to do stuff like that more often. It's too bad that's the only mission like that, and you can't do anything else with vertibirds. It's really a missed opportunity that they didn't use vertibirds more in this game. It's a bummer. I don't know. It's like they have these vertibirds, and they're just like, no, you only get to ride in one the one time. Oh, no, you get to ride in one for Red Glare. Twice. You only get to ride in vertibirds twice in the entire game. That's kind of crazy.
Let's see what you...
Feels like they put a lot of effort in to make that like not a super serviceable system. Or like not a super used one, rather. A lot more stim packs. Sure. Why the crap not? What do I care? Give me 3 more purified waters. I just need to offload a bunch of crap. Like at this point, they can't afford my anything anymore. We're only going to keep stuff that's like aggressively healing at this point. We don't need freaking... Honestly, I don't need the noodle cup. Oh, I'm using noodle cups for hydration's sake. That doesn't help me. Queen Mirelurk meat. Why have I not cooked that? did I get that? Oh, I just did that. I just did that. I can't remember. Stealth boys I'm actually going to keep. Hold on. Do you sell any stealth boys? I don't know who sells those, but I actually might need them. How many mute fruits do I have left, by the way? 21. Oh, I need to go get more. I don't want the mutt chops, though. Actually, no, wait, hold on. I was just talking about how I'm out of food. Maybe I don't ditch mutt chops. Those are pretty lightweight, and they are food. That's the thing, is I'm having most of this for food. What can I offload now? I feel like I've offloaded most of the stuff that I need to get rid of there, and I just need to go ditch all my junk. And then grab some steel and come out and fix my power armor. Boy, I'm thirsty. Time to drink some noodles. Hey, I don't know why it hydrates. Gotta take that one up with Todd, too. We need anything made of steel. How much steel do I have in here? 25. That's not going to be enough. I'm just going to go buy a shipment. I don't care. Because of all the cup. It's so hydrating because I can eat the cup the noodles in.
You. Well, I suppose we can do business.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Everything you need.
There's a channel impersonating you. I think it's called just Magoo. It's stealing your content, man. I hope that's a joke. That's a joke, right? Please tell me you're kidding. Please. I need you to be joking. For my mental well-being, I need you to be joking. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Out of copper. Oh, I need to go grab some from inside. I legit thought it was impersonator. How? It was out of the blue? I recorded... Did you watch the full video? I'm genuinely a little baffled by this one. Because, like, I literally talked about in the video, like, I'm going to be posting more on this channel. And, like, I recorded multiple things specifically for the video that don't, like, exist for somebody else to rip. That's what was that's why I thought, like, oh, people won't think that because I made content that was, like, specific to this video that doesn't exist anywhere else. So nobody can think that I've, like, that it's like somebody stolen it because they couldn't get something that doesn't exist.
You again. All right, got plenty of supplies.
Sure. Let's take a look.
Just don't call it junk.
Before watching the video, it's not clear if that's the point. It just feels like it's weird to me that like a Magoo video would pop up with by the way, like custom art by my wife and like that in it I talk about it. Like if I don't know, people are like, well, there was no immediate thing showing it, but then also we're like, I didn't look under the hood. And it's like there comes a point where it's like, huh? There were links, by the way. The problem is they were in the description because when you make a new YouTube channel, they don't let you put clickable links until you've passed, what is it they call it? The freaking like content verification thing or whatever. So the links were in the description with a space in them because YouTube would not let me put clickable links in the description until after a certain amount of time had passed and I had done their dumb age verification. I had to like do a video of my face in order to get it to. So I cannot store all junk. Why? What's going on here? I already did. But then when I'm in the inventory thing, it's letting me, huh? Some of the people reporting said they didn't want to watch it and support before confirming it was really you. I think it's sweet how many people were concerned. I do too. I did have stuff in the description about it. That's the thing is that like without watching it, like if you clicked on it enough to just like look, all the info was there. Is the part that I think. Oh, I guess it did let me store it a second ago. And that was the only thing that was throwing me, is that it's like I understand that, and I do appreciate that, and I appreciate that people were very quick to be like, hey, I'm worried. I no shade to anybody who like went into the Discord and reported it and stuff, because I do, if there is a fake out there, I do want to hear about it, right? So I do very much appreciate that. I don't want to seem ungrateful by any means. What threw me a little bit is that, like, as much as YouTube would allow me to put on there, I did. And that was the only thing that was like a little bit like, God darn it. You know what I mean? Like, I was hoping this was fairly clear. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
You don't look a day over 30, Magoo. Thank you. I'm not.
That was it.
All right.
Gee, thanks.
Don't ruin my hard work.
Yeah, a lot of people watched it and just didn't even notice it wasn't my main channel. No, I understand that. I understand that people were being cautious and not wanting to give any validity to it, and I do appreciate that. In this case, I think it was a bit of an abundance of caution, but also, backhanded compliment. Yeah, not. I don't know that. I think you're being too generous on the compliment bit of that. But yeah, no. I do want to be very clear. I'm not upset with anybody for suspecting or checking on that or whatever. I'm putting a decontamination arch here because I don't want to keep paying 40 caps. That's probably the AI slop content theft these days. Everybody's super leery. That is true. That is true. I did get some people commenting that they were worried that the unique bits were AI generated.
Every piece in here is worth
And that's valid, right? Especially when you have a streamer who their voice is online a lot. I understand why you'd be super skeptical of that, because the more data you have, the more accurately you can train. And I did voiceover for a lot of it, which I don't normally lean into as much, but that's the thing, is that I'm doing a bit of different editing style for that channel. So that is completely valid. You know, that you make a very good point there. And a couple of people did mention that, and my brain wasn't thinking. So that does poke holes in exactly what I was saying. Oh my gosh. Not worth it. Is that if people were worried that, you know, the voiceover bits were AI generated or whatever, I would hope that nobody would go to that level of. There's a weird point to me that it's like, sometimes I feel like people go to more effort to steal something than to just make it themselves. That definitely feels like it would have crossed into that threshold, but that doesn't mean that it wouldn't happen and that it won't ever happen. So that is super valid. That is super valid, and I cannot fault anybody for wanting to check on that. And also, I wouldn't want to fault anybody for checking on that, because I do appreciate that they're looking out for me. You know what I mean? So you make a very good point. It's such a stealth post too. I saw nothing about it prior to the video. I was just confused until I watched the video. See, that's the other thing, is that, like, to be fair, okay, let me explain a little bit about why I did that the way that I did. Because I talked about it a little bit, but not a ton. Let me talk about why I did that. So YouTube's algorithm is not that hard to understand in concept, but there are some unintuitive bits, right? Creation's a lot higher of effort multiplier than copy and edit. That's the thing, is that in that the edit was the creation of that. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what I'm getting at on that. But regardless, I'm going to go do the, real quick, I'm going to head to Cambridge Polymer Labs. I'm going to do that first before doing Bunker Hill, because I don't know if that order matters, but I don't want to risk screwing up the quest line. You just want to keep us on our toes. That was not the only reason. Honestly, really wasn't a reason at all. No, there was a few things. So algorithm can be a little bit finicky. And especially with a new channel, there's this thing that happens, and it's rare, and I want it very plainly stated by me that this is not something that I have any evidence that I think it could have happened to my channel. But in an abundance of caution, I wanted to take measures to avoid the risk of it. YouTube has a system to flag content for what they call invalid traffic. Most of the time, this is, at least every time I've ever seen, confirmed, this is people botting their own content. It's view botting, right? View botting, sub botting, whatever. From everything I've seen, you only get flagged for invalid traffic if you were botting. I've not ever seen a concrete example of somebody who got flagged for invalid traffic, and that wasn't the case. Now, I have seen examples of people getting flagged for other people botting them or whatever, and then they had to do a claim, and then YouTube fixed it or whatever. But I have not... So I do want to say I'm not slamming YouTube on this. But a lot of people will go online and say that that happened to them, and most of the time, from what I've seen, they botted, and they just are trying to find a way around it by pretending that they didn't. That's what I see most of the time. But regardless, there is a thing for invalid traffic, and there is this part of me that's always a little worried if I send a flood of people somewhere that YouTube would not be expecting them to show up. And again, I'm not sending like a colossal flood or anything. I'm not that big of a creator. But still, even just sending like, I don't know, a couple thousand views to something that YouTube was expecting to get like 6, you know, might raise a flag. Now, hopefully they would see that it's valid traffic or whatever, but I don't know what goes into that system. So for one, I wanted the video to be posted a little bit on the website before I started sending people towards it. So that's thing one. And I couldn't say, hey, I just posted this video, don't go watch it, because that's not how people and brains work. Right now, if my favorite, or even just a creator I liked, I'm not going to give myself credit and saying I'm a bunch of people's favorite creator, but even just like a creator I passively liked said, I just posted this video, please don't go watch it. That would be very hard for me to not do. I probably wouldn't, because I honestly don't have the time more than anything. But if I was sitting around bored that day and knowing that was that video there and they didn't want me to watch it, I'd likely still watch it. And even if only a handful of people did, that could give it enough to then be pushed to other people who didn't see that they were being asked to not watch it, right? So that doesn't really work. So the best way to do that is just not mention it. Now, I in theory could have left it unlisted, but I don't know how that functions in the algorithm either, when it's unlisted versus being public. And I wanted it to be public for about 24 hours before I really told anybody about it. So that was thing one, right? Wanting to let YouTube figure out the channel a little bit. Or, well, just wanting to not send invalid traffic. Thing two was wanting to let YouTube figure out the channel a bit. Am I near Good Neighbor? Am I going to drop into Good Neighbor by accident again? No, I think I'm still a little ways off. Something that Good Neighbor has a building that looks like this, but this isn't it, I think. Yeah. So that was item number one as to why I did not mention. Hey, something's definitely going to attack me when I go for that, but I'm still going for it. I am the mouse that eats the cheese from the trap, and I don't mind at all. Don't mind if I do. Really? That's just free? Heck yeah, Fallout. Reward me for having a jetpack. Would you look at that? Additionally, there's two other things, reasons that I did that. For one, since I started this channel, I have not really had a chance to, like, let the YouTube algorithm do its thing beyond just like a good chunk of it being pushing it to an audience that I have now at this point cultivated. I did kind of want to see what it would do, right? Did it immediately start pushing it to you all because of the name and the general content type? Did it try it with people who don't know who I am? You know, like, what does it do? What does YouTube do with me making this type of content with the type of things I know about how the platform works? That was delayed. On something brand new. Like, I just kind of wanted to also see it. I wanted to give it a day for me to just like see what it did, and give me a little bit more time to get closer to having the second video ready to post so that I could have both of them there pretty quick, so that when most people went and found the channel, they had two things to watch instead of just one, so they could get a general sense of how it feels different. So I just, you know, kind of wanted to see how quickly did you... I knew if I left it for 24 hours, there was a non-zero, a very significant percent chance, I would say, that it ended up being recommended to some of my community. They watched and engaged with it, and then it recommended to more of my community until YouTube made the connection on their back end. I just kind of wanted to see what that process looks like and how long it would take, admittedly. And broadcasting it to everyone up front wouldn't have done that. And that's also another reason that I didn't actually want a functional link on that channel to point to the main one, because then I think YouTube makes that connection faster because I put it in there. And I kind of wanted to see what they would do. So a bit of an experiment on my end, a bit of a covering my behind to not get me flagged for you know, doing something devious, which I was not, you know what I mean? But like, you don't want it to look that way. So a bit of covering my behind, a bit of trial and error of the system that is YouTube. Got it recommended an hour after it was posted. I find that surprising and hard to believe, because an hour after it had been posted, it had only been recommended to 100 people. Only 100. It was not recommended to most people. I think it was sitting at And for the record, out of those 100, I think only 2 clicked. I think only 2 clicked on it. Let me see this. Maybe you're one of those 2. Maybe you didn't click on it. Maybe you're one of the ones that didn't. Let me check. Let me check here. An hour after. Hello. Oh, which wrong one. This is my VOD channel. So let me look at this. I'm gonna pull the analytics on this one because it is very interesting, and I am a nerd. So if I look at when it was posted, and I look at the impressions. 1 hour after being posted, it had been shown to 5 people. I sent it to my 5 mods. Let's assume that the timing was showing off by a bit. So let's go to hour 2. By hour 2, it had sent it to a little bit more. I'd say about like 500. And at that point, it had gotten 19 views. And again, my wife watched it. I watched it. I think most of my mods at least clicked on it. So that means maybe 10 people it had been shown to had actually clicked on it. So just saying. And at that point, that's the interesting thing. If I jump ahead to like 8 hours in, it had been shown in the home feed in some capacity to 2,227 people. And out of that, 72 of them had clicked on it. 72! Keeping in mind that 10 of those were very manufactured by me. So really, 62 out of the first 2,000 that it was shown to, because YouTube experiments with the first bit. So at first, the video did crap because nobody clicked on it. And then YouTube figured out who to show it to. That's how YouTube functions. It does trial and error. So, wow, which mods didn't watch it? The ones that were asleep, you know what I mean? Do you think us mods watching it affected anything at all? I think most of us did so right away. I don't know that most of the mods did straight away, but I think, I mean, in theory, it helped it find the test audience faster. Like, it helped it narrow in the test audience more quickly. But it's hard to say. It is hard to say. But regardless, it's at 30K views now, which is kind of crazy. So thank you for that. It has gotten more than I thought it would have at this point. It's at 32, and the golf one's 23. That's surprising. It is surprising on a different channel that it's done that much.
Hey, it's the Wanderer. The Wanderer's back.
Hey, the Wanderer's back.
Everyone's all, you've been hitting the Kim's way.
Meanwhile, Tom's like, everybody's all, you two stoned out your gourd, Tom.
It is really, really good.
I met with the leader of the Institute. And it turns out, he's my son.
What? Wasn't he just a little boy?
They put a little boy in charge of the Institute. Can you believe it?
After they took him from me.
Instead of being on ice for a few years, the Institute's really done a number on. Besides meeting your boy, did you meet Peyton?
Yeah.
I knew you'd get it. Right up. You really walked the Freedom Trail?
Boss baby in charge of the Institute. Listen, after freezing him on ice, his brain expanded rapidly when he thawed out, and next thing you know, he's the smartest being to ever exist.
To 100%. My data indicates
Yeah, it is a boss baby situation, Debs. Haven't you heard of it?
Thomas, aka Tinker, has
I never heard Agent Weatherby, Thomas, aka Tinker. I've never clocked that voice line before. That's crazy. His name's he goes by Agent Weatherby, and they still call him Tinker Tom anyway? I thought Tinker Tom was the code name. What do you mean? What? Or no, wait, was she saying Agent Thomas Weatherby, aka Tinker? Tinker is his code name and his name's Thomas Weatherby, and she just dropped the government? I don't understand. What? I'm confused.
The Institute.
The timing couldn't
Uh-huh.
maintaining your.
Stockton and the Synths are depending on us. We can't let them down.
Well said.
Don't dox a man like that, Pam.
And where the Institute would strike us next. But now we have a chance. We wait until.
With me, we're,
We can't attack too early. You'll probably have a course around.
like you said.
It's a risk.
It's a risk, but it's one we're willing to take with my life.
Affirmative.
Do I also need to talk to you about?
Patriot requires
Yeah, this.
credentials for code.
Oh, that's government name, so there is no government. The Enclave is out there.
CIT security administrators with 2077 Commonwealth Census records. Filtering by surviving structures. One match
I can't
found.
skip this dialogue.
Bergman. Wilfred. Bergman.
Oh, we can skip the next one. Okay, get password for Code Defender. We're gonna do the Code Defender password first. I don't think it'll break anything if I don't do that first. I'm pretty sure it's fine, but I am gonna do it. Pretty sure the Enclave exploded. I heard that was a rumor. I still don't understand why Assaultrons are curvy. I mean, if you think... Here's what I submit to you, okay? Who would have made an Assaultron but a gamer? Have you met any gamers lately? A non-insignificant portion of them would insist on it. That's my answer. And you know what? In and out of lore, I think that crap makes sense. I think that crap makes sense. Think about it. You're so right, Magoo, especially considering Marvel rivals. Exactly. Exactly. Listen, I'm not saying that, like, all of the, like, military development stuff is by gamers. I'm saying the combat robots, those were by gamers. The type of gamers that do, like, BattleBot stuff, but, like, the ones that the BattleBot guys don't really like having around because they're a little too freaky with it. That's who made the Assaultrons. Imagine how demoralizing it must have been to be charged by a smoke show with a laser face. You didn't have to send that message. Get password Code Defender. That should be sending me to Cambridge Polymer Labs, isn't it? Where's the darn... Oh, there it is. Guess what? I can warp over there. Another theory I heard is troops will fight harder if they're excited by Robot Mommy. You know, that could also be it, I guess. There's a bed. I'm not worried about it. I'm trying to remember if they're... Whatever. Okay, so the thing is, I don't... No, we can bounce on it in the middle of the room. We can bounce in the middle of the room for sure. This shouldn't be too bad.
Welcome to the Cambridge Polymer Labs.
Sure, I'm game.
Let's begin the interview. Due to increase. Question 1. Do you possess
Yep.
Yes.
calculating test results? Would you like the...
Okay, I want to be careful here. No, I don't want to wait for the orientation. Please, do not make me listen to that again.
Complimentary beverages are provided for employees.
Hold up. What does this power armor give you? I forget. Is it useful to me at all? I don't think it is. I think it's like never useful. I think in every run I've ever done, it is not useful. What's this freaking legendary effect? Oh, for one, it spawns as T45 or T51. Regeneration rate of action points. Oh, depending on how high your rads are. Oh. I'd have to sit around irradiated and use a worse torso. I think I'll pass.
Or
I think I'll pass. I don't care. If it was an XO1, sure, maybe, but it's not. Let me in, please. Why, thank you. I shall go get this password. My brain just tried to go up to this and stick my arm in it. This looks like an auto dock from Outer Worlds 2. And I was like, ooh, yay, auto dock. More inhaler charges. Nope, wrong game. Alright, let's just real quick take out all the ghouls. Thank goodness for this center area, huh? Everybody awake? Everybody good? Rise and shine? Dead and back to the grind? I don't know what I'm saying. Oh, I woke up a... How did I wake up the turrets? Are they hostile to me? No, they're not supposed to be awake right now. You're supposed to have to... They're not supposed to be on yet. Well, I already broke it. I love it. I'd like to go in here. Oh, expert. I gotta go freaking... Ugh! Gotta go through the ceiling. Hold on, I heard ghouls in here. Can I preemptively take them out? Can I get them through the wall or no? Doesn't look like it. Oh wait, I hit one. I killed one. That's great. Oh, what's up? Excuse me, sir. Yeah, so I don't care about doing the quest here. We're gonna ignore all this stuff. I'm sure it's already been brought up. What do you think about the Bethesda news? I guess I didn't... Have I... Y'all, remind me, on stream, have I talked about it since the rumors were, like, actually confirmed and Bethesda posted the stuff? I haven't, have I? I haven't had the chance to talk to y'all about that. I guess I should, huh? Ugh! I don't wanna... Mom! I don't want to talk about the Bethesda news. There we good. This is the price of being a Bethesda streamer. I know. This is my fate now. I can never escape. Someone set me free. Nope, that's the wrong one. This door? I broke my armor. Which freaking door is it? It's this one. Went the right way, went in the wrong door. Ah, Molly, leave me alone. You know what? Actually, I don't have to fight you. I can just leave. I've done everything I need to do. I can just buy. Bye-bye. My usual way of dealing with Cambridge. Hey-oh. Don't mind that. Goodbye. We still caught up on news about the New Vegas remake. No, I didn't talk about that. We didn't talk about that. Oh! Oh! Don't make me! No, I just want to play video games now! Okay. Let me, you know what? We're just walking back to the railroad now. We can chat now. Okay. So... You know, there's a chance that Todd's seen one of Magoo's streams, you know? I highly doubt that. If so, let it be this one right now, and let me set the record straight. I love you, Todd. I do blame you for everything that goes wrong, but that's just the station you get when you're the face of a company. When I make decisions people don't like, they blame me. When the game breaks, I blame you. That's our roles in life. I think you're awesome. There you go. If Todd ever sees anything, somebody make sure it's that. No, there's no chance. I think streams are something that's just way too, like, long-winded for somebody who has that much going on. You know what I'm saying? If Todd's on Reddit, there really is a non-zero chance. It's a near zero chance. My guess of Todd on Reddit is more of people showing Todd. Also, I'm not mentioned on Reddit much. I'm not, because I don't use the platform. Well, I browse Reddit, but I don't post on Reddit. Actually, I never mentioned this, y'all, but I don't have a Reddit account anymore because I got banned from Reddit, the platform. That's a story I haven't talked about. Okay, here's the real question. Do y'all want me to talk about two options? We can talk about the Bethesda news, or we can talk about me getting banned on the entirety of Reddit. Like, I cannot post on Reddit anymore. You pick one or the other. Which one you want? Which one you want? I'm seeing more posts for Reddit. Oh, hey, do I get to dodge it? Do I not have to talk about the Bethesda news? Do I just get to talk about getting banned on Reddit? Banned on Reddit is way more interesting. Ah, see, it does sound way more interesting, doesn't it? And that's where I got you. I got banned on Reddit because when my token got grabbed and my Discord got hacked, my Reddit also got hacked, and it posted something in a reply that apparently was so awful or advertisey or full of scam that it immediately banned my entire account and they denied my appeal. Ha-ha! There is no story. Ha 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 ha! This was a story I already told. I just didn't know it happened to Reddit too. Until one day, I literally, by the way, was using my banned Reddit account for months without realizing it. That I got banned because I don't post. And one day I clicked on my own profile and it's like, sorry, we can't show this content. I was like, what do you mean? I've posted 5 times ever and they were all in the Dark Cloud subreddit. What are you talking about? And come to find out, my account on some subreddit that I did not know existed. I still couldn't even tell you the name of it. It was some like, I think it was like a fitness thing or something. Replied to something, one reply that immediately got the account banned. I don't know what it was, but it was whenever my token got grabbed and I almost got like everything hacked. But I changed all my passwords. Everything is good now. That was a while back and everything has been contained. But I had some malware on my computer that grabbed some tokens and apparently it grabbed my Reddit. And so I got banned. I submitted an appeal and was like, hey, I got all my crap back. I changed my passwords. We're all good. And they're like, your appeal has been denied. And they said nothing about it. So my Reddit account of, I want to say it was like a 13-year-old account. 13-year Reddit account is just gone now. Hooray! Thankfully, I had posted 5 times ever and I didn't care about Reddit. Hooray! Reddit wouldn't overturn the ban. I mean, I could keep submitting more appeals. They don't stop you from... You can submit up to 1 appeal every day. So I could just annoy them about it until they did. But as of right now, I submitted an appeal and they said no. Auto-denied? Probably. If I cared more, I would have looked into it. Good news for me, I don't care more. Just don't get malware. Yeah, apparently it had been on my... The thing is, this was apparently like a long game thing. The malware apparently had got on my computer like 3 years ago and didn't do anything until a few months back. It was from like a Minecraft mod I downloaded in like the early 2020s. That's where I found it. So anyway, whole point being, if Todd's access to the community info is Reddit side of things, I don't think there'd be any info on me over there. That's unsettling. Yeah, apparently it was like a wave of things where like it'll just sit there. And if you've seen the ones where they like send the screenshots of like something about Mr. Beast and money or whatever, that's that. That's usually what those are coming from. It's people who have had malware sitting on their device for years. And that way it's harder for them to remove because they don't know how to find it. I did find it. I did purge it in multiple places. It was, by the way, it was ingrained, but it is gone now. Thankfully, I do kind of know what I'm doing with computers. I feel like I should scan my computer again. I highly recommend. And when I got it, it took less than 6 hours and I knew about it. I almost immediately managed to contain most of it before I confirmed some missing accounts. See, that's the thing though. They let it sit there and harvest a bunch and then start doing stuff until much later. So then you don't know what they've harvested. The frustrating thing with that is I have now changed my password on everything I've ever used on my computer within the last 6 months, which is really, really annoying. I changed so many passwords. And the thing is, this wasn't actually grabbing your accounts. It was just grabbing the tokens. So like all I had to do was log out and log back in and they didn't have access anymore, but they could just scrape the token again. So I had to go and change everything and I had to remove it and then change everything so that I couldn't have it again. Anyway, at some point in there, they posted something from my Reddit account and the account got banned. And I didn't even notice my Reddit account got banned because I don't use Reddit enough. I didn't even know what that looked like. I didn't even know that happened. You remember what the mod was? No, it was just in my Minecraft mod folder. But like it wasn't attached to a mod. It was probably something I downloaded, saw it didn't work, and then went and downloaded another version. So I have genuinely no clue.
I got the Code Defender password for Patriot.
Excellent work.
Also, Bunker Hills, I don't know what's going on over there.
Through your report. It was extraordinary. So many. Our final analysis indicates if we stage a mass breakout, Patriot, instead we use this one.
That's a bold plan.
We can't wait. The Institute will never let their slaves. So the heart of our problem is manpower. Talk with Z140.
Z1C.
We always thought as much as we... If he learned... Good luck.
Once got malware from downloading something game related that got onto my BIOS. I had to reset the entire computer. That sucked. Yeah, that's... I live in constant fear of something like that happening to my computer. I try so hard to make sure that... Because like, there's so much that... Effectively, if something caused like a full reset, even with the number of different drives and stuff I have, it's also ingrained that odds are any project I'm working on right now just gets scrapped. But anyway, I'll talk about the Bethesda news because that was a bait and switch. Y'all didn't really get anything juicy there. So for one, I feel completely vindicated in everything that I've been saying this entire time, and for two, they still didn't stop.
But I still want you to talk about Bethesda news.
I said I'm doing it. I said. Thank you for that, bits. I feel vindicated in everything that I said on the previous rumored stuff, and I feel even more mad at the people who are clickbaiting it. It's driving me nuts. Y'all, I kid you not. The day I found out that the thing had been posted, the day that it was posted, because I saw a video that said Bethesda responds to losing Fallout, which is not what happened. Bethesda did not lose Fallout. So no, they did not respond to losing Fallout. You have to lose Fallout to respond to losing Fallout. That's not how that works. You also stream on Twitch. I am live on Twitch right now. Yes. Twitch.tv/McGoodog. Go check it out. It's y'all. I'm so glad that I don't cover news. I'm not even really mad at the people for doing it because I understand if you want people to click on your version of it, you have to make it as sensationalized as possible. But crap, that is not accurate. It's so not accurate. It's always in Magoo being an adult and having a nuanced and reasonable take with smart way of interpreting the situation. Yes, exactly. Bethesda responds to losing Fallout. We didn't lose Fallout. Right. The freaking videos covering a post where they officially, for the to my knowledge, the first time like very officially confirmed that there is some level of pre-production happening on Fallout 5. They make a video on saying response to losing Fallout. It is very much confirming that no, they did not. And that Fallout 5 will be made by Bethesda. Hello. Which also means that no, Obsidian is not making Fallout 5. We should have known.
A better plan.
And I thought Mr. Bennett, of course
Insane.
But you won't be together. I will talk to him.
Okay, give him a day. What's my other thing right now? Go talk to Liam. Todd accidentally dropped Fallout between the couch cushions. So, here's my thought. All right, hold on. There's currently more Fallout development than there has been in 10 years. By 4 times over. That's not a high bar to clear. That is not a high bar to clear. Let's be very, very transparent about how much that is not a high bar to clear. Also, thank you for the prime. I appreciate it. So, I get my quick thoughts. I cannot be more... we already pretty much knew there was a Fallout 3 remaster coming. I could not be more excited for it. I love Fallout 3. It was my introduction to the series, and I really hope the remaster is good. I am very much concerned that a New Vegas remaster will not be good, but based on the way it's announced, I'm assuming that that is not what Obsidian is working on, which I already figured was not the case. My guess is that they would outsource that, and if New Vegas... my guess is that they're going to make Obsidian do New Vegas 2. I hope that's not the case, but that's my guess. Or some sort of a New Vegas direct sequel, something in New Vegas. With the show season 2 being New Vegas based and like being very successful and them doing a New Vegas remaster, I can only assume that Obsidian will be kind of forced to do something in the Vegas sphere. I really hope that isn't the case, and they're just hoping to market off of, look, Obsidian Fallout. My guess is they're going to be marketing off of Obsidian New Vegas Fallout, because if Xbox is wanting to make guaranteed money, that's the way to do it. If Obsidian or if Microsoft wants to make guaranteed money, even if it makes a worse game, you get it by slapping New Vegas 2 on there. And I hate that. Other thoughts on the entire thing. I guarantee you that Bethesda really just wanted to shadow drop the freaking 3 in New Vegas remaster, but felt like like Microsoft is like, no, we don't want you to do that. That very much feels like the case to me with the way that they did Oblivion. It seems like, I think Bethesda really, really regrets announcing Elder Scrolls 6 as early as they did, is the vibe that I get, and they don't want to be in that situation again. But because of them not wanting to be in that situation and their dev cycle taking forever, at least them announcing nothing for years and years and years, while there's a very popular TV show drawing more eyes to their franchise than ever, and Microsoft's not a big fan of that, right? All of that makes sense to me. It makes sense why you would have Obsidian work on Fallout. Like, Microsoft is now making business decisions with Bethesda and Obsidian rather than just kind of letting them vibe. And to be fair, while I don't usually like that kind of thing, and I am bummed that it is taking Obsidian away from things that they wanted to work on and putting them on Fallout. Not that I think they don't want to work on Fallout, but just I think they're excited for their own IPs. That part bums me out, but there is something nice that, like, you know, I think a little bit of feet to the fire on Bethesda's side is probably not a bad thing. Don't get me wrong, I don't want a rushed bad game, but I do want a game. I do want a game. My guess is that the Obsidian Fallout will come out before the Elder Scrolls 6. That's my hunch. Obsidian, they crank games. They know how to. Obsidian knows how to publish a game. They know how to make a game. They know how to make a game that you can play. Microsoft had to push them to announce it to set a lot of the rumbling and stock bleeding. Yeah, like, ridiculous. Obsidian knows how to make a game. My guess is that game will come out before the Elder Scrolls 6, honestly. And I think it'll do better if it does. Because if Elder Scrolls 6 does good, then people won't feel the need to play that game as much. And if Elder Scrolls 6 does bad, they'll doubt it. I think it should. Will it be on the Starfield engine? No, that one mentioned specifically Creation Engine 3, which is Creation Engine 2 was what Starfield is made on. So they are making engine changes between Starfield and I don't know what the Obsidian, there's no word on what Obsidian's is going to look like, for the record. It could be in freaking Unreal. We have no idea what that's going to be. But specifically, Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 were both mentioned as being on Creation Engine 3, which is some sort of a modified or upgraded version of what Starfield was on. How much different will it be, or how much is it just them, you know, making it sound like they're doing more than they are? Who's to say? But it is encouraging that they're not just sticking to the exact same engine that Starfield was on. You know what I mean? They know how to make a playable game. Is it any good? It's playable. No, they're good. For the record, I believe Obsidian knows how to make really good games. These days, if you told me right now, blank company is releasing a game, and you want to gauge my excitement off of just that information, it will be the highest if you said Obsidian out of any game. I love the Outer Worlds 2. I really enjoyed Avowed. Didn't like it quite as much as Outer Worlds 2, but it's just because I love the personality of the Outer Worlds 2 so much. Both of them felt really good to play. I've been replaying Outer Worlds 2 recently because I've enjoyed it so much. I really like it. I really like what Obsidian makes. I think they're doing very inventive stuff. I think they have a team that's got a lot of people who have been around for a long time because they have a very positive work climate from what I can understand, from what I can tell by talking to people and reps that work at Obsidian from TwitchCon last year and interacting with some of them over email and that kind of stuff when the Outer Worlds 2 released. They seem like they got their crap together. And I like the stuff they make. It's not for everybody. It's very much for me. And I will continue to stand by that. And I look forward to what they make. Even if it's a New Vegas 2, I will be excited for it as somebody who admittedly didn't care for New Vegas. But I really like what Obsidian's doing. Outer Worlds 2 is Obsidian. Outer Worlds 1, 2, and Avowed are all Obsidian. Along with Grounded and Pentiment? I haven't played that one, actually. You should try Grounded. Yeah, I know. I've been meaning to get around to it. Just haven't had time. Yeah, people sleep on Obsidian games way too much. Outer Worlds for me was okay. A lot of people didn't like the Outer Worlds because they wanted it to be New Vegas. I don't know what your vibe is, but I think people, or they wanted it to be a Bethesda game, and it was never trying to be. None of the Outer Worlds or Avowed games were trying to be a Bethesda game. They are very much action RPGs. They're much more limited in scope, and I think they focus a lot more on silly gameplay, and they do great at it.
Fallout 5 being in Creation Engine is the best possible news, as it will mean the modding community will be happy, and that is no small thing at all when it comes to
that is something worth mentioning. Thank you for the 100 bits. That is something very worth mentioning, is that in the post that they made, there was a strong focus on them realizing that the reason their games are so popular is not just because of them, but because of the community, and they wanted to continue to make them very accessible to the modding community. That is very encouraging. Whether that was a Bethesda choice or a Microsoft choice, I do not care. It is the right choice. Skyrim has lived forever because we can make Skyrim what we want it to be. Where Bethesda dropped the ball, we can pick it up and keep running. That's why Skyrim does so good. Fallout does as well, not as much as Skyrim because people just took to Skyrim more. I think honestly it doesn't help that there were 3 Fallouts and 1 Skyrim. You know what I mean? If the Elder Scrolls 6 is as moddable as Skyrim, and if Fallout 5 is as moddable as Fallout 4, like, and they have like actual, you know, creation kit stuff to work with, that would be huge for both of those releases. Starfield's a good example as to why I have to make a game people want to play in order to get the modders. But also, like, I personally, and a lot of the mod tools took a little while to get there, right? And at that point, the game already had sort of a reputation. I honestly, I know this might be harder to do, but I would love to see mod tools happen, like, day one, like, early.
I need a favor. Z114.
I know you're going to want people to play the game unmodded for a while first or whatever, but, like, at the same time, let people just get excited and go screw stuff up already. You know what I mean? The Fallout 4 creation engine is a bit of a headache to mod with compared to Skyrim, though. I mean, it depends on what scope of thing you're doing. From what I do, I actually have a much easier time working in Fallout 4s than the creation kit with Skyrim's is less functional for me. It crashes more. It's less, you know, whatever. I have had really good luck working with Fallout 4s.
Good evening.
I would love it if they do a bit more work with the creation kit to make it more accessible again. Yeah, that would be nice. I think the more accessible you make it for people to modify the game, the more people are going to like the game despite its faults. That's just me. We need to give him a day so he can go sleep for 24. Skyrim's been popular for 15 years because it lets you play golf. I mean, you know? Think about how many games I could have just... Me, a person who, again, I need to remind you all, is not a modder at all. How many games could I have done that in? Not many. Not many. Are there plenty of games that other people could have done that in? Yeah. How many could I have done that in? Not many. But no, I think the entire thing was very encouraging. It was all very good news. For somebody who makes content in primarily Bethesda games, almost exclusively Bethesda games, that was the best bit of news that I have heard on the gaming front in a long time. Pretty much everything in it was something I saw as a positive. I think it was a good like statement put out, and I think they handled it well, and it was very encouraging to see. Fair take on day one release without mods. However, modern modding, in my opinion, means that Skyrim and Fallout are basically more advanced game engines. I mean, look at the massive projects built on top of what already exists, and imagine that framework starts day one. I couldn't agree more. As a player, I would love day one, like full mod tool access, that kind of stuff. As a company, I see why they wouldn't want people monkeying around with it day one, because they would want the majority of people's first experience with the game to be the game that they made. Like, that makes sense to me.
But we will given the right materials, we can make our own crude but serviceable weapons.
Go on.
The Institute's own. The mining next.
Sure. I'll do it.
After do the and then.
Let's see if we can do this. I've been a little nervous about this bed. I'm cautiously optimistic Starfield is a case of them not playing to their strengths. I think Starfield, and I've said this the whole time, and in my eyes, again, womp womp opinion alert. I'm saying something that is based on my noggin and not other things. Grain of salt time. Womp. Grain of salt alert. I think Starfield was them learning all the wrong things from Skyrim's continued success. I think people saw Skyrim, a game that had released a decade prior, that people were still obsessively playing constantly, and said, man, imagine how much better Skyrim would do if there was more game. People have played this game over and over and over again. Imagine if there was more game. Imagine if at the end you could start it over with a new game plus and have your stuff carried over. Imagine if we just made it bigger. It could be so much bigger. That's what everybody loves. They love how much there is. It's so big. That's what they love. And I think a lot of times I love Bethesda games in spite of how big they are. I like that I can approach them creatively, but they don't have to be gargantuan for that to be fun for me. Sometimes I like the less big that it is. I like the level of detail. I like exploring the world. I want it to be 16 times the detail, Todd. That I'm okay with. I like that part. I think they took all the wrong lessons. I think they took, that is WAP opinion. And based on WAP opinion, based on what I saw from what they're saying now, it does at least seem like maybe they realized where the lessons were wrong and are trying to make a game using the right lessons. This is the first time in a long time I felt somewhat optimistic about the Elder Scrolls 6. New Game Plus is the best feature. I genuinely love the idea of a New Game Plus, for the record. I just think Starfield didn't make me want to use it. I never got that far in Starfield. Yeah, me either. That's the thing. I never wanted to use it. Give me, honestly though, for real talk, just slap a New Game Plus on Elder Scrolls 6 and I'm happy with that. As a challenge runner, could you imagine if I could start the game with exactly whatever loadout I wanted and that gives me so much more to work with. That's actually great. I love that. Making the game colossal makes it to where it's like, what's the point? Especially with the stuff you're exploring isn't like finely crafted and curated, but procedurally generated. Procedurally generated is less fun to explore. Please. Okay, so now, can I damage them at... Don't you even with me? Okay, we can do a landing. So that's item 1 off the checklist. Now we have to be able to damage someone. Can I do it like here? That's gonna be the problem. Is we have to get... Oh, there's one that hangs out... I might be able to... So we can do a power armor landing here. So this... My brain has been saying this whole time, if I can do a landing, I can make it work. Hello, sir. I'll take all of this.
Scanning. Subject identified.
Hello. I'll take that. Hello. Oh, good. I failed one. Oh, thank goodness. I thought my pickpocket was too high for this mission. Man, this run really is a tightrope walk between being completely useless and way too strong, isn't it? I think we're good. They also don't have weapons. Maybe I need to redo this and take all of their weapons first to make them have to fight me in melee. Because then it's a lot easier to get them over here if they have to fight me in melee, you know? Because I don't know if I can land anywhere over here, actually. Oh, I can land there. Okay. Oh. It's a little tricky to get it to work over here consistently. I mean, they'll kill them eventually. Especially if the guys just keep shooting at me. What am I landing on here? I mean, I see an impact where I landed at one point. Sorry we have to keep looking at this glitchy third-person view, but it works better. In first person, I couldn't get it to land here anywhere. Any higher ceilings over here, maybe? Really should have tested this a little bit better before starting the combat, I guess. Oh, wait, I can kill you. I can be useful over here. I guess I can just go stand over there until they come over here to get away from me and then go bounce on them. Hey, that works. We scare them into getting bounced on. Are you dead yet? Have you been gunner grinded? Have you been waffle gunner grinded yet? Yes, hello. Have you been waffle gunner grinded today? If not, do I have a treat for you? Oh, you're so nearly dead. Hey, fear me and back up to shoot me. Fear me and back away to shoot me, sir. Back up. He's stuck. All right, fine. Then come out here to shoot me because you can't see me now. Maybe that'll work.
My programming allows me to terminate you in self-defense.
That's too far. If I could get it to hit there, then I'd be fine. Ah! Hey! Got him. Okay. Now it's you. It's so inconsistent over here. Oh, there we go. Hey! I found a spot! Ah, I got him! Thank you, stranger. As he's just blowing him up over and over. Thank you, stranger. Oh, did y'all need these weapons? I'm gonna drop all this armor off. I don't care about this. Grab heavy. It literally says heavy in the title, so that's how I know it's heavy. I ain't even gotta look. If that'll work. Alright, well that went well. Especially, I was very nervous when I started pickpocketing weapons and could not fail a pickpocket attempt. Heck yeah! Is it worth saving these since they couldn't win a 5v1? I mean, for the record, they had tiny knives versus a guy with a gun and another guy blowing them up over and over. I don't want to count them out just yet. You know what I mean? False advertising, these aren't gunners. Hello, did you see the guns that most of them had before I stole them? Sounds like a gunner to me.
I know you'll achieve great things here. We all do.
You have done your part.
Wagyu walks out after having killed both hostile and friendly synths. I did it! The synths are saved!
This is a good start.
The greatest challenge remains, so we're being for now.
Okay, now we're gonna go do Bunker Hill. Beautiful. Honestly, that went as well as I could have hoped that would. I almost screwed myself over with how good I am at pickpocket. Wasn't expecting that to be a problem. Does being bad at combat make you less of a person? That's what they told me in school. Is that not what they said to y'all? They said, hey, kids, fight each other. If you lose, you're less human. that what y'all's lessons at school were like? Okay, so I think we just go. I could just rip Bunker Hill right now. I think we just do it, you know? I think we just pull the cord on that, you know? Love that there's a wall there. Magoo grew up in the program from Hitman. No, I was a yeah, I was an Emestrian Führer candidate. But I just thought that's how everybody's school was. Is that the one y'all were expecting me to go with? I bet it wasn't. Bunker Hill. Deep cut. I don't think that's that deep of a cut, right? I keep being old today. Sorry. Something equivalent exchange. No, not equestrian, emestrian. I mean, sure, that too. I don't, I've realized something interesting. And I guess it's because of being a gaming streamer and not, like, known for any other thing. But there's parts of, like, things that I spend a lot of time on I just don't talk about on stream. And anime is definitely one of those things. I probably should keep it that way. Fairly polarizing. People are either into it or they're not. To be fair, Brotherhood released 16 years ago. To be fair, people have watched it since. Alright? Did I watch it in high school not long after that? Maybe. Alright? Alright. Was I watching it sporadically as it came on Adult Swim? Maybe. Alright. But it could have been something that I watched later on a streaming service. You never know. You never know. Are you a FMA or Brotherhood guy? I've never been able to get into FMA non-Brotherhood because I watched Brotherhood first. And I read like half of the manga until I ran out of money. And I wasn't able to. Every time something happened, it was like, this feels wrong. Hello! 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 How are you doing? I hope you are well. Please don't mind me. Hello! I'm just bouncing around. We're just having a good time. I'm very discreet about this. We don't want the Institute to know it was me that killed him. We don't want them to know. Okay, well, there's that. I mean, to be fair, everyone kind of looks like a target, and I do need some XP. How could you prefer something with Brotherhood in the name? Fun fact, at the time, the only Brotherhood that I knew of was Fallout 3's. I just showed my friend Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood last year. It's recent for them. There you go. Brotherhood is one of those things that, like, oh, these guys are non-hostile to me, so I don't know if it's... Am I damaging them, or... I don't think... Oh wait, no, hold on. They're nearly dead. What happens when they die? Do I get XP? I want to kill these 2 synths. Am I dealing damage? I am not dealing damage. I'm just staggering them. That's interesting. So this is not, like, very good at creating hostility. Interesting. Well, good thing we're not worried about that. Oh, the caravan guards are mad at me, though. I must have landed on one of them a few times. Ah, I'm here. Well, this is going to go one of 2 ways. I mean, these guys are hostile to me, right? Are they not? Why are they not? Oh, because I went by the freaking police station that one time? So no one's hostile to me. Okay, well. Can I just, like, leave? I killed the Courser. Can I just, like, go? I think I can just go. We're doing wagooing on people right now, and we're about to hopefully finish Bunker Hill, but I always forget what the win condition for this freaking quest is. What up? I don't want to kill y'all. Deal with them. I would like to not. Goodbye. Am I good now? Ready to talk to you?
I can't believe you do that for us. You've given us another chance at life.
Yeah, okay, so I just walk away for a second, and then they say thank you. Think 5 Magoose banned from Reddit. That is true. I did get banned from Reddit. And we don't need to talk about why, because it's actually super mundane and boring. Wagyu, am I right? That's a Gauss rifle in the hands of a legendary synth that is unhostile to me. So you know what? Props to the Railroad for how well they've done in considering everyone in here has Gauss rifles. Did I go sell one? Oh, sorry, my bad, guys. I wonder how much one sells for. I've never sold a Gauss rifle before. He vanished. I'm pretty sure the Railroad are normally the only ones who start with Gauss rifles, so I think that this synth the synths might have picked them up. Do synths get Gauss rifles? Troubleshooter Super Sledge! A Super Sledge for hitting wobots! Incredible. Lucas Miller? What up, dude? I didn't know you came down here to join the fray. Freaking weird. You say those synths, I forget. I mean, as of right now, I guess I did. I chose not to kill them. That's like saving them, I think. Another melee weapon, yay! Y'all, unless I'm doing a melee playthrough, every legendary will be a melee weapon. If I'm doing a melee playthrough, forget about it. Then I start getting good stuff that I can't use. I can just go to CIT now, right? Heck yeah. How often do you get this high of a level? If I'm playing for challenge runs, not so. It depends on the run. It has to be a particular type. So like itemless went well beyond this. When I play casually, I would very frequently go to this high of a level. Ooh, I see a fusion core protected by absolutely nothing. But just to be safe, we just land there real quick for no reason in particular. Boop-a-doop. I mean, we still gotta start investing in stealth now. Super mutants, you are not a part of this. Leave me be. We all know you get explosive minigun in the melee run. I got that one in pacifist. Even freaking worse. I mean, to be fair, it could have been mildly useful in pacifist, but then I also had to redo all of it, so no, it wasn't. Yeah, also fundamentally, I don't really know, as far as the challenge run is concerned, especially since I did itemless, right, with the like blitz melee kind of thing, I don't really know what sort of melee-based run in Fallout 4 I could even do that I or anyone else would really find all that interesting at this point, you know? The orange toolboxes often have strangely good loot. They're red, right? You're screwing with me? Hold on. Quick poll. Are the toolboxes... Are you talking about the tall ones? Or the little short ones? Are we talking about the tall ones or the little short ones? Oh, is there one in here? You know about the little toolboxes? And if so, can we get a poll? Not an actual poll, but like just genuinely asking, are those red or orange? The little cases. Are those red or orange? I need to know everyone's opinion on this, crucially. Are they red or orange? So the briefcase-looking fellas. Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, yeah. Those aren't, yeah, okay, never mind. They're not talking about those. Oh, wow, I was losing my mind for a second. I was like, am I insane? You're talking about the flat ones. You're talking about the briefcase-looking flat ones. Those are definitely orange. Oh, I forgot they called those like tool boxes or tool cases or whatever. Hey, guess what, y'all? I don't have to get lost in the rotunda this time. I get to skip it. Yeah! Yeah, no, those are definitely orange. They do always have better stuff in them, and I don't know why. They oftentimes will have chems and stuff too. I think they're not always considered toolboxes, but they do have good stuff in them. It's very interesting.
In all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought...
Not even before that. I don't know if you know this, Sean, but when they kidnapped you, you were a baby, so you didn't set foot anywhere because you didn't know how to freaking walk yet. You were a little useless little freeloader I had to carry down to the vault with me! Or rather, my wife did. She got killed for your butt, you ungrateful behind. He was not beating the colorblind allegations? Not true. Actually, I very much was. I just didn't know what they were talking about. I'm not colorblind, for the record. Not so bad.
Perhaps. Standing here, I know that to you, like both of us. As a failsafe, I was the perfect. Well, the Institute real.
Yeah, way better loot than those yellow ammo boxes. Get out of here! Leave!
I had no expectations that you'd survive. To not only do so, but managed to find extraordinary.
Oh, so like a colorblind person would say, why would you lie about being colorblind? Genuinely. I don't get why you do that. Hey, listen, I've done the colorblind test. I passed them with flying colors every time. My last optometrist visit, they were actually impressed. They're actually impressed. Like I made it through like half of, like I did like 1.5, and he's like, oh yeah, you're definitely not colorblind. Because I got it so fast. It sounds like I'm being like intentionally dumb here, but that actually did happen. Which flying colors? You know what? Fair enough. It was actually weird. To be fair, I was very surprised because he seemed weirdly impressed at me not being colorblind, which it did strike me as quite strange. Like, I say that as like a joke, like, haha, look at me, look at how non-colorblind I am. But it was actually really weird because he did act like that. It was very strange. I was like, I gave the answer you're supposed to give, and he was like, oh, well done. You're definitely not colorblind. I was like, why are you saying that like that? Like, what do you mean? It was very, very strange. It was very strange. Weirded me out a lot. I haven't been back there.
Until I became director, certainly it was no longer an experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see.
You're trying to make you feel better because you're super colorblind. If so, they maybe should have addressed that at my optometrist. If you're not colorblind, describe yellow. I'll wait. It's yellow. Sean, you need to know. I still love you. Sounds weirdly romantic when talking to somebody that's older than you and not your child.
No, that's not. Soon the future. Bunker Hill did not go well.
I made a choice. I let him go.
We got our asses kicked.
The chances of failing this mission were so astronomically low.
How do you think they were so astronomically low?
Cement your place as a and to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in, I will refrain from
I genuinely don't know how the Brotherhood get involved in that. Can somebody explain? He's like, hey, they had no way to know. So he's acting like there should have been no way the Brotherhood knew.
It's time for you to become more involved.
I mean, it's a giant battle, so in theory, a patrol could have seen it. But is there an actual, like, in-lore explanation that's supposed to validate it? Because I didn't freaking tell him.
And you should be there.
Wagyu is definitely colorblind. Everything looks red to him. Yeah, to him for sure. I think we start specking in stealth, I guess? Because you can't pickpocket when you're in combat already. I want this really bad. But, like, objectively speaking, we're gonna need this. And soon. That's only because somebody read the script. You can tell them about it. Yeah, no, I didn't tell them about it. That's the thing. That's what I don't get. They show up regardless. And then he gets mad at you for it, even if you didn't freaking do it. But he talks about it like there's no way they could have known. And it's like, well, obviously there is one. Why am I in trouble for this? It's ridiculous.
Let's get this directorate meeting over with.
Oh, we're going to the directorate meeting. Right. Why are you not there, dude? Aren't you important to the directorate meeting? Hello, I'm in charge now. I'm also a lamp. Don't mind me. I'm a totally normal lamp. Don't address me as anything other than a totally normal lamp. If you do, I'll get very upset and I'll blow up your institute. Please proceed with the directorate meeting. The chances of you failing this mission are astronomically low. We sent you and one other dude.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time.
I'm not here. I'm a lamp, but you can proceed anyway.
What exactly is he doing here?
What exactly is who doing here, Justin? You better be glad I can't goo in this room. If I could wagoo in here, you'd get bounced all over, Justin. Don't you even freaking touch me. I'd bounce on you so freaking hard, Justin. And I'm saying that in the least sexually tense and most aggressive way possible. Wherever that lands on the spectrum is where I mean it. Sorry. Back to the meeting, sir.
With Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the company. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern.
This guy's probably really intimidating. Bunch of nerds and this metal behemoth walks in. What's he doing here? And he just falls on that guy.
Given, well, considering all parties present.
You got real close to addressing me directly there, Dr. Lee. Do we need to have a word? Do we need to have a word, Dr. Lee? Look, he's laying on her head. She's slamming her head, her whole neck down. Listen, people! I'm in charge now!
Of course. Really? Well, there's no shame in being out of the loop, as it were. Power is... I'm not taught. With every... Many come.
In this world, I'm sure compromise.
Quite right. Phase 3. It will ensure...
Sounds important to you all. I don't really care. Yes, please. Actually, you know what? I'm going to encourage you. Please bring a nuclear reactor down here. That sounds like a good idea.
Yes, but
this is not a matter for debate. No.
I don't know that this is the time.
It is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I'm sorry, this is... Our best efforts have failed. I'm sorry.
What?
Please,
Be serious.
everyone.
You can't be serious. You can't be dying. We live in the Institute. Nobody dies here. How did you find a way? We've been wanting to get out forever.
You're dying.
You dying?
We can talk. The Institute can do that.
10 out of 10 rotation. That best animation.
you can't be serious.
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Excuse you! I have max rank in the science perk. Guarantee it's more than you. Hold on. How do you check NPC perks in this game? How do you check it? Hold on. Let's see. Let's see what perks he has. Let's see what he's got. I bet he doesn't have science rank 4. As perk ID, press enter. Hold on. Let's check. Hold on. Let's check. Let's see what he's got. Let's see who the real scientist is, shall we? While we're checking. All right. While we're doing this, hold on. Excuse me. Sorry, I know there's a meeting happening and stuff, but someone's called my integrity into question. So if I check player dot has perk, and I'll just go science 1. We'll just go science 1 because I'm so freaking confident. Player has perk, bam, rank 1, science rank 1, got it. And if I do that for every rank, you'll see that I have every one of them. I can also check it in my Pip-Boy. Now let's check Mr. Justin Ao here. Let's do a little bit of digging here. Do you have science rank 1? Oh, look at that! Look who's not actually a scientist after all! Justin! Who else? Who else wants me to check what perks they've got? I know none of you are scientists. And you might be saying, oh, well, he doesn't need scientist rank 1. He's got rank 4. Guess what? Here's the one for rank 4. Here it is. Here's your chance, Justin. No! Once again, not a scientist, not a real scientist. Ah, yes. Justin, proceed down the stairs if you don't mind. I have a little word for you down here. That word is Wagyu. We must follow Justin.
Have you seen J522 around? He didn't show up for duty today.
Are you gatekeeping science? This man claimed I was not a scientist while not being one himself. I only give back what I hath gained. You see this jetpack I have on, Justin? I invented this. As of right now, no one can prove that another one of these exists anywhere in this universe, in this save file. No one can prove it. I invented this, Justin. What have you invented? A way to lose sense because they're crappy? Is that what it is? You can't figure out how they're getting out? Have you figured, what else have you invented? Coursers that aren't actually that strong and die in a couple of bounces? Wow, your division's doing so good. Your division's called synth retention. You can't even keep them here. You can't even invent a way for them to not leave. They're called walls, Justin. They're called walls. Somebody already invented those. You didn't even have to. Scientist. A scientist, he says, can't even invent walls. They already have walls. They already have them, Justin. They already have walls. Your whole department is made invalid by the existence of walls. Running away like a little baby. Everyone seems to be a little upset with me, but technically speaking, hold on. I have not failed my quest. I believe I can still make this work. Synth unretention. Yeah, no, fine, fine. I'm sure this will work. I'm sure it'll be fine. Hey, I made it out. Justin is insecure and projecting. This is actually the most fit to lead the Institute I've ever been in a run, which is why I was going to pick them. But look at me. I made, literally, Wagyu made this. Wagyu made this. Look at his perk chart. He's got max rank in intelligence. He has nerd rage, which doesn't even freaking work. He's got 3 ranks of nuclear physicist, 2 in chemist, 4 in science. I mean, come on. 3 in medic? This is the most fit to lead the Institute person I've ever seen. I mean, just look at him. Wagyu the science dude. Look at him. Have you ever seen anybody more fit to run the Institute? Because I freaking haven't. I want this man running my Institute, you know? With rank 3 nuclear physics, you should be able to skip mass fusion. To be fair, in previous Fallout games, that would have been a thing, right? You could have interacted with it and there would have been like rank 3 nuclear physicist. Actually, we could do this without the reactor. Maybe not that degree, but you know what I'm saying? Are they still mad at me if I come back in here? They are, but Father isn't, so I can talk to him now. Don't mind me, everyone. If we wait for 3 days, you think they'll be chill? Like, in theory, I should fail underground undercover if I can't keep working with them right now. So, we trusted you. That does sound like they don't trust me anymore, if I had to say. Will he talk to me? Hello.
I had no idea.
I know this is...
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Totally normal conversation.
What would it mean to be...
Most of...
What would it mean to be in charge? Would they, I don't know, not be allowed to shoot me? Just a quick question. What exactly would being in charge entail? Would it make me immune to punishment, perhaps? If you had to quantify being in charge, would it prevent, I don't know, getting shot in the face? Is that something that would be a part of such a station? Or the low enough intelligence you can say if we just say mean things, that'll agitate the beryllium. What do we think the chances are? So here's the thing, if I go sleep for 3 days and it doesn't work. All right, I'm going to do something I don't normally do, okay? I'm going to do something I don't normally do because I'm scared that I just soft locked my game. Also, I'm getting weird lag today. I don't know what's up with that, but I'm sure y'all have seen it like randomly lagging. I think we've been having like weird power issues in our home. So I'm going to right now save the game, okay? Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to load to here before I did that thing, you know? Where I made everyone mad at me. Then I'm going to quit to the main menu. That made an exit save. I'm now going to load not that exit save. And I'm going to sleep for 3 days. And I'm going to go into the Institute. And if they're not mad at me, then we keep playing the game. If they are, then I reload that exit save because it only deletes if you load it. And then we have to unfortunately sit through the directory meeting a second time. And I'll have to do it with a lot less whimsy. What save load sorcery is this? Listen, if you play exclusively survival mode, you have to learn the ways to get around it. This is our sleeping dance. It is important. It won't work if we don't do it. 3 days. I think it's 2, but I'm doing 3 for safety. But the whimsy, I know, what are we going to do without it? We're so low on whimsy today. Come on. Now. I got parasites. That's the price we pay to bounce on Justin. How many mute fruits does it take? Parasites. Duh. Should have not done that right now. Whatever. We're cool now?
Sounds like those raiders at Libertalia were quite a handful.
Libertalia? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, a scientist? You call yourself a scientist? I'm sorry, a what now? A what? A scientist? I don't think you understand science. Failed mass fusion. So interestingly, okay, we did actually, I know it seems insane, but we did just learn a new tech. That's actually really weird to say. But we did just learn something important. And that, sorry. The important thing that we just learned is that you can bounce on someone repeatedly until they become hostile, right? If you just keep bouncing on them, eventually they get mad. For one, we already knew that, but we now know for sure. There is a certain number of bounces one can tolerate, and it seems to vary, as it often does. There's a certain number of bounces people will tolerate before they get mad and start shooting at you, right? But interestingly, if you bounce on someone enough that they get mad, unless you do one more bounce, right? Unless you do one more bounce, you're not... This is before the 3rd day. This is before it saves before you sleep. So it was 3 days. I was correct. Unless you do the 3rd bounce, unless you do one more bounce, you're fine. They'll eventually calm down, right? They eventually calm down. Is this seat taken? If you sit on people without consent, it can get aggravating. Actually, what I'm thinking is them shooting me in the face is sort of them revoking the already existent consent. Because the thing is, normally people are either hostile towards you. There's most people in the Wasteland. If you bounce on them one time, they start shooting at you like that. No, that was a no. These are people that it's already there, right? They revoke the bounce consent by shooting you in the face. And then if you do it one more time, they're permanently mad at you and you're no longer allied with the faction. The shooting in the face, that's them saying no. And as long as you stop then, you're good to go. If you bounce on other people in between your bounces, does their bounce tolerance reset? Hard to say. Haven't tried.
Father has done remarkable things. I would not exist.
So now we've learned. Yeah, we now know. So effectively, what I'm actually saying is, if you attack a non-hostile NPC until they go hostile, you actually get one wiggle room there. If the attack that makes them go hostile is the last one you do, and you leave for 3 days and you come back, they'll be over it. If you do one more, it breaks allegiance with the faction. Like, that is actually what we've learned. There is, like, talking in real terms for a minute here. I could probably do this with punches too. You're not actually saying that, and I would really like it if you did medic stuff for me.
Bye.
Once you've settled in, I'll want to do a physical.
Sure, that was very broken.
After what
I should think. How about you take some? In the meantime, we'll do that, Chuck. Take care of yourself.
I need medical attention.
Yeah.
Let's see what's wrong with you.
Pretty much everything.
This isn't too bad.
It's the diseases mostly.
Please.
Thank you. You get one wiggle after bouncing on them. That's not exactly how I would say it.
Head to requisitions if you need medical supplies.
If you bounce just one shy of them turning hostile, wait a few minutes to start up again. Can you potentially kill somebody without causing them to go hostile? Weirdly, the bounces I don't think deal damage if they're not hostile. So, like, for example, let's take Allie here. My favorite test subject. Let's see how much health she has. You notice it didn't go down. Weirdly, the power armor landings do not deal damage until they are hostile. So, effectively, maybe all I'm really seeing is it doesn't break allegiance to them until I deal damage, which doesn't happen until the bounce after they become hostile. You know what I'm saying? Remember how at the beginning of this run, I was trying to discourage or like generally wasn't like encouraging or leaning into people referring to what I've been doing as bouncing on it crazy style. Do we remember that? Do we want to go back to those days where like you all made those jokes and I like acted like I was above it somehow? Do we want to go back to that? Was that better? Was that better? I feel like maybe we've pivoted a little. Maybe we've become unhinged a bit too much. So you're hitting the provisioner loads. Yeah, no, tons. We kept bouncing on that provisioner. We demolished that provisioner over and over. So this weird thing keeps happening in my home where this light will flicker and my entire game will lag. Should I call my power company? I think all the lights are flickering for the record while that happens. Is it a power company thing or is this lamp, are they plugged into the same surge protector? Maybe it's my surge protector. I can hope it's my surge protector. Maybe they're plugged into the same surge protector and maybe I need a new one. Which is more likely. Because it just happened again. Y'all can probably see it light up because my face will flicker as the game lags. Does it happen when your AC turns on? Could be something to do with that because it's been very hot lately. I don't know. Could there be the breaker? Is it happening in other rooms? I don't know. Since we've lived here, there's always been some amount of ambient flickering to every light. But the neighbors also have that. But I don't know if this is that or not. But it's never affected my gameplay until recently. But it might be because of the AC being running more. Is your surge protector also UPS? No. It's not. I don't know. One of these days I'm going to be streaming and it's just going to go. And I was really nervous that day was going to be during Skyrim Golf. Regardless, y'all, I think I'm actually going to wrap stream for the day. The next thing we have on the agenda is Mass Fusion, and I don't think I have time to do all of that today, and I don't want to do half of it. You know what I'm saying? Is your power bill usually high? No, it like never changes. No, it's normal. It's normal. It does change, but it tends to change based on not any of our actual usage. I'm pretty sure our power bill is just like averaged in the area and doesn't actually take your individual usage into account. That is a theory, not proven.
I wouldn't be here, not for your son.
I mean, yeah, I guess technically, but that is a weird way to put that. What volt outlet do you use? I have absolutely no idea. Standard North American? I don't know. Y'all, listen, when it comes into electrician type stuff, I have no freaking clue. I work on computers. I don't work on what they're plugged into. I got no idea. I got no freaking idea. Y'all, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for the evening. Hopefully my electricity doesn't crash. That's kind of where I'm at on that, I think. I'm gonna go to UPS for your PC. Yeah, people keep telling me to do that, and I keep ignoring it. One of these days, maybe I'll stop ignoring it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for today. If you are watching this via a VOD, thanks for watching the VOD. Hopefully I'll get better about posting those a little bit more consistently timely. Next time, I think the next time we stream this might be the last one. I genuinely think so. We have Mass Fusion, and then afterwards we have the Defense of the Railroad, and Red Glare, and like we have 4 quests left, effectively. I think. You have to do a few other Institute crap. Like you gotta go do the radio stuff and all that, I think. But none of that takes super long time. So I think it's fine. But anyway, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Thank you, VOD watchers. We might have one, we might have 2. We'll see. I know it's a bit of a shorter stream today, but admittedly, my wife wants to hang out with me because she's off work today, and I would like to hang out with my wife. I am putting her above you all. I am not saying sorry for it. Also, I'm still kind of worn out from yesterday. I was very stressed about yesterday. So, and I have to record tonight for the video I'm working on. So all of those reasons mean shorter stream today. Sorry about it, especially since I yapped for most of it. Not really. I yapped for 25% of it, maybe 30. But regardless, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. Until next time, as always, I am the Goob. And out. Later.